Okay, well, good morning. My name is Noe Amos, and I'm in on Deer Creek. Um, I hope everybody can hear us. And I'm here, and we're going to do a tour of Deer Creek. We're starting
at Gish's Bridge.
Gish's Bridge, and I'm here with 4 Pitbulls across America.
Hey, everybody!
There we go. So I'm gonna.
We're at Gish's campsite right now.
Gish's campsite right now. So I'm gonna let Josh take over, and we're gonna do this tour. We're gonna be here for a couple hours. Here we go.
It rained last night, so the water might be up a little bit for us. I was worried about that. Now, Jack Gish, Joe Lewis talked about this place as a theory. There's the cabin up there to the right, if you can see it, Noe.
Yeah, I see it.
There's one of the cabins along the Deer Creek here. Now, Jack, I believe he's affiliated with the Odd Fellows, which is a branch of the early stage of the Masons. The Masons. A lot of them joined the Oddfellows first.
There's the cabin right there.
That's Jack's camp back behind us now. I can't remember how many miles it is up to Wilson's Bridge. We're just going to ride along and point out some properties along the way, some of the things that have been talked about. Can they hear us, Noe?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can because I turned on the mic. And I'm not looking at chat, so there's no way for me to read what they're saying if there's anybody.
The scenery for a little while.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to guess Wilson's Bridge is 1.5 miles.
Okay.
2 mile tops. We're probably doing a 5 mile float. I'm guessing there's trails along the creek on both sides from the old German Baptist. Me and Noe should be out here fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never met Noe till this morning. Like I've known him forever.
That's right, man. Oh, we've had plenty of communication throughout the year, the last year, I think.
Yeah, the past
The
year.
past year or so. So yeah, it felt like we knew each other forever.
We've never butted heads.
Nope.
It's beautiful out here. We used to stomp the creek when we were late teens, early 20s. We'd walk up through here fishing for smallmouth. One of the Marchand boys was a good friend of mine, Chucky, which is a relative of Becky's. And me and him come up here every Saturday morning and fish all this.
You said that was Chucky Merchant?
Yes, Chuck Marchand, Charles's son.
Mm-hmm. It's so peaceful out here, man.
Yeah, man, check it out. It's literally off grid.
You like that? Pitbull?
How many's watching?
Oh, I can't tell. But Prof is highlighting a couple of comments. They're just too small. Uh, I do apologize. The comments for me to read are way too small on screen. But when we get to Riley Park, we'll go back through comments. Let's just hope that our phones stay charged. I do have a portable charger in case we need it.
Here's one of them places I'm telling you about.
Let's do it. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna have you stay still. I'm just gonna get out and walk us through this.
Okay. I mean, I can.
No, you're good.
Okay.
This is the best way.
Okay. Because if I have too much weight on the canoe, I can get out too, bro.
We're gonna have quite a few stretches of this, probably like this.
Right. Here we're hitting a rock. We're hitting a rock. Uh-huh.
We've been dragging this canoe.
So accordingly, we're about a mile and a half from Wilson's Bridge. But we're moving pretty fast, right, dude?
Step out.
Let's do this. Hold on, give me a second. Let me get a good grip on this phone.
I got this.
Okay, so I'll show what was happening here. We're running into this,
Oh, I
which
love it.
it's part of the.
Late summer, we
Yep.
usually do not canoe the district. But we're gonna.
Whoa. Okay. Got my.
It'll give you an idea how much of a struggle it could have been if somebody was in a canoe at night.
Yep.
All right, step in, Joey.
All right.
Like rumors and speculations that somebody might have been in a boat or a canoe at night. Okay, off again.
Um, it would have been February, so the water was cold. Definitely colder than this.
And probably a little more up. Much cleaner
Uh
because
huh.
of the winter thaw
Uh huh.
and like I was going to mention, you can see fish from the bridge,
Oh.
especially in the spring when the
Okay.
water's clean and hasn't been stirred up. Like we had a rain last night, so the water's kind of stirred up. I did my workout this morning, really.
We got plenty of
We're
water.
moving pretty good, though, I think.
Yeah, we are moving good, man. We got plenty of water, and we can always park wherever. We got both cords. We got the charger. Look, you see that
There's fish all
fish?
over.
Whoa, the whole
This
family.
is an excellent smallmouth and sunfish, bluegill,
Uh huh.
even catfish. Lots of catfish, especially at night. I would bring my boy down here
There goes
and we camp along the creek edge and fish at night. What was that?
a goose or
Heron?
something.
Goose?
Something. I thought it might be a goose.
Yeah, we're moving along good. This is
Uh
good
huh.
trips here. Come down here and get your bait. Take to the river and fish. A lot of it's old orders and German Baptists, like the properties we're floating by right now.
Uh huh.
I remember the Wolf, a couple others that lived down through here on the right.
Where I'm pointing the camera.
Yeah, on this side, I think is up in this area through here's the Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Or
That's
was. It
that's
wasn't.
east, right?
Be northeast.
Northeast,
No, more north.
north. Okay.
We're heading downstream, which we're heading like a south. Let's see, a southwest direction.
Southwest direction.
Not steep though.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we need to watch because the caves will be coming up somewhere
Okay.
near
Yeah.
Wilson's Bridge.
Okay. And we can stop too.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody was
I don't
drinking.
want to see. Like I said, I can't remember how.
Somebody
Really
was
can't be over 2 or 3 months.
the beer. Is that a beer
That's a
can?
beer can. We should stop and get it.
It's Coors Light. Stop and grab it
Yeah, shit.
or whatever. We can go.
No,
Let's go.
I'd like to. I'm
Okay.
getting older now. This shit going on a canoe trip in the late summer down the district.
Uh oh. We're gonna have to go that way.
Somebody stacked rocks down there, it looked like.
Where?
What's on that rocker? Right over there on the bank straight ahead.
Oh yeah, I see.
Oh hell, the creek's about closed off here.
Yep. We're running into this huge tree that fell over. I don't know if you guys can see it. We're getting closer, but it almost went all the way across the creek. We're gonna have to maneuver in that direction around this tree. Look at that, guys. The whole
Old sycamore.
old sycamores, he says, just just fell over. Oh, what kind of bird is that? Look like a little blue jay.
Yeah, that was a blue jay. You know, the blue jay is one of the most aggressive birds.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I like blue jays and doves, so I like the most aggressive bird and the most peaceful bird, huh?
We had a lot of blue jays when we were in Minnesota.
You gotta have a balance. Okay, so we're getting off the canoe again to maneuver around this
How's it look, Prof?
tree.
Pretty scenic, huh?
Tell me when to get back on.
It's a go. It's a go.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna grab me a sip of water.
Okay.
You need
Yeah,
water?
let me do the same. I still have one in my bag.
It's warming up now. Yeah, I'm guessing the creek was probably up in February, another foot higher than this.
We're at the bottom. Jeez. Got it. There's an island over there, dude.
Yep. We're gonna have to go to the left of it. Looks like maybe walk again.
Okay. Let me out. Okay.
It's morel mushroom heaven down through here. Your morel mushroom hunting on the banks of the Deer Creek, you're gonna have a good day.
Hey, Prof. Prof, can you text Josh and let us know if you can hear him? Because he's about a few feet behind me. I just want to make sure that he's talking loud enough. Text Josh and let him know if the sound's good on his voice.
Yeah, no, we got a good stretch. We're just gonna have to walk along.
It's all good, bro. Why don't
Give
you
me,
get that rope?
give me a chance
Wouldn't
to
that be
stretch out.
easier? Yeah.
It's not gonna get too carried away from us.
Okay.
It's so low.
Here, let me show you. I'm wearing boots. That's how low it is down here. And we can see Josh there walking. But we're gonna run into this, which we knew was gonna happen. Let's all just pray that our phones stay charged up and we don't lose the stream. And I don't have to dig in the bag and plug in the charger and all that. Say that again.
20 years probably since I stomped through the Deer Creek like this.
Uh huh. 20 years.
It hasn't changed much. We're good to go, Noe.
Okie doke. So Josh just said that it's been like 20 years since he stomped around here doing this. type of activity. Of course, we all know he's local. Me, in the past 2 years, I've been to this creek, mainly the Monon High Bridge area, at least 12 times.
Kind of nice to get out and stretch.
Yeah, we can do that as much as we need.
So like when we get out to walk,
Mm-hmm.
we have to walk it. What do you think we've been? Think we've went a mile yet, North?
I think so. Yeah, we've been on the stream for 21 minutes, so I would say yeah,
Yeah.
easy, a mile. We probably have another mile to go before Wilson.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Uh-huh.
And then it'll be another mile or two to Riley Park.
From Wilson or from the
Yeah.
High Bridge?
Well, pretty much stay right in that area.
Uh-huh. How the from Wilson to the High Bridge shouldn't be that long.
Oh, like 10 minutes, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Woo! Look at that.
Oh, if you come in the spring, you can get a little white
Oh no.
water.
Uh-huh.
White water action out of
We
the
went straight to this.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. I try to steer it to the right,
Yeah.
but I don't have enough ass.
We only have one paddle.
Yeah.
We came minimal.
Yeah, you guys all give credit to Josh. He's doing all the paddling while I'm holding this camera, this phone. He's getting his workout.
I'm still pretty fit for 48. I don't think Frank Diddler would have a chance limping around with his limp leg.
Look at that, with style.
Don't try to punk me, Frank.
Look at that, with style. Downstream on Deer Creek, guys.
I'm guessing Joe Lewis is watching.
If Joe Lewis is watching, how you doing there, man, in Australia? Just
possibly Hannah Shakespeare.
Hannah Shakespeare, I send her the link. Allie, I made contact with her as well. Um, I send her the link. Alex Voorhees, just a handful of people. I'm just amazed at how peaceful, quiet, just peace around here, guys. Look at that right there. There's no wind. Everything's just still and beautiful and peaceful.
I'd say we're moving at a pretty good pace, really.
Absolutely.
We're going to be carrying
Mm-hmm.
the canoe.
Yeah, I see that. Which is no big deal. We did that earlier. It's very light. It's a very light canoe and easy to maneuver and handle.
I could probably get on Google Earth and find out exactly where
Mm-hmm.
we're at in the creek.
We could you wanna do a little stoppage time
Yeah, let's get up.
and get up and
Let's
stretch?
get up around one more bend or so.
Okay.
I don't want to put us in a position where We're going to be really late,
Okay.
but we're going to be stepping out in a minute. This might be kind of rough walking through.
Yeah, I see a lot of rocks
I
here.
had to step out, Millie.
Oh, what did I do? Oh man, the camera switched on me.
I figured we'd have a little bit of hiccups. You'll get it straightened out.
Wait, hold on a second. Dude, check this out. What am I doing here? Oh, why is the camera turned over?
Upside down.
Hmm.
Can you stop and reconnect? Does that hurt anything?
Huh?
What happens if you stop and reconnect?
No, I think I was holding the phone and I must have hit the settings. Let me see if I can mess around with it while, because we want it sideways. There you go. Okay. All right, hang tight, Bob. You need me to carry? Okay. Can you repeat that, Josh?
I would say the creek was 1 foot deeper than it is now.
Okay.
In February.
In February, 1 foot deeper.
Maybe a little more, but not much.
Mm-hmm. As you can see there, it's not even to your knees. You guys can see Josh walking the canoe.
All right, Noe.
Okie doke. Back on.
Yep.
There I go.
All the way down we're going to have this probably.
It's all good. Okay.
We're doing it like pros.
Mm-hmm.
Noe. This ain't for rookies like CJ.
I think CJ lost his keys.
And you probably shouldn't be handicapped trying this either.
Yeah, I saw CJ's attempt. He didn't even know where he was at. He tried, I guess.
You can't blame a boy for trying.
Yeah. Looks like we might have to go around like that, Josh.
You say the right? How about the right?
Right?
Right.
Either one. You see how you can see the water is streaming. So I think we're better off that way, bub. What do you think?
I think you're shallow over there.
Okay.
It's pretty right through here. Look at this. Big old sycamores. See them two big old sycamores?
Oh yeah, right there. He's pointing to those sycamores right there. Growing together. Beautiful. Beautiful scenery.
Yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying this, whoever's watching.
Uh-huh.
Stay there, Phil.
I think I better. It's very shallow, Josh.
Oh, it's a big one. We're on slate.
Yeah, let's just
Check
carry
out.
it. Yeah.
Check this out. Check it out. It's all slate bottom.
Yeah, I see it.
A whole shelf of it.
We're standing on a, what do you call it?
Slate.
Slate. Let me see if you guys can see what he's talking about. Right here. It's just a big old platform of it. Limestone and slate. It's flat, man. There ain't no rocks. Yeah, we're just walking on it. Look at that.
Prof can play some music for a little while we take a little break and get to our breath, get a drink, or we just gonna stay on stage.
I say we just stay. I mean,
okay, that's cool.
Yeah, let's just stay on camera so
once we get up around this curve here,
to keep the audience entertained with footage, man. You know.
we'll take
Prof will play his music at the end. Yeah, let's take a break, man.
I would think
On that side, shade. You want the sun.
can you see down in the water?
Yeah, I just showed them. Yeah, you can see. You got your phone and look. See what it looks like. You're on the stream, right? We're on a sand bed now. There's some more slate over there. You see it?
Yeah. Pretty good fishing. You pull your lures up and it drops down in the deeper water and usually fishing.
Right. I'm starting to feel sand going in my shoes. So we're on sand, right?
Let's just get in, ease through here without paddling.
Okay, dope.
Take our break. Go ahead, Noe.
All right, here I go. I'm in.
I want to see ruckus rocks in a canoe.
Come on, Rockers Rocks. We want to see Rockers Rocks in a canoe.
Billy Bad ruckus rocks.
It would probably sink.
I don't even think you could get this step in the son of a bitch.
The bomb.com Rockers.
Old motor mouth. I'm still not familiar with exactly whose properties to the right or left. At this point, once we get up towards Wilson's Bridge, I'll know more.
Gotcha.
This is kind of just a stretch through the jungle right through here, man. Not too many people get down in here. But you could see how, unless you were stealth, you could see how difficult it would be to navigate through here at night, like somebody mentioned in the theories. It's getting huge now.
Yeah, it had to. It would have had to be like more than one person, you know,
or he would have been a tromping like we are in places, guiding through the big rocks. See.
And if there was anything, if they were transporting anything on the canoe, it would have made it,
very difficult.
Difficult, yeah.
So, like, how much time do you have to do something like that when there's people out prowling around looking for bodies? So I never really went with that theory too much. Now, my brother Jake did find a boat with a bullet hole in it just northeast of Wilson's Bridge.
Really?
That was sunk in the creek. There's another little cabin thing.
That one's made out of blocks.
Cinder blocks.
There's another one further up.
what's odd is law enforcement never showed us none of these cabins down through here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They never posted anything like that.
I want to see those caves.
No, we should. I mean, we got. I can't pinpoint exactly where we are right now, but we can't be too off the far from
Mm-hmm.
Wilson's Bridge. Maybe another half hour.
Half
What
mile.
time is it?
I can't tell.
Here, I can look.
Mm.
I've had mine on. I better check
But
mine.
we've been on the stream for 35 minutes. That I can tell.
Okay.
I can barely see Foxy Lady, so I'm gonna say hi to Foxy Lady just because I could recognize her.
I see we've got 72 watching. It looks like
Oh yeah,
that's not bad for a Saturday morning crew.
yeah. We want to say hi to all you guys watching, and we just can't. I can't see the comments. They're very small on the stream. Um, I was able to recognize Foxy Lady because she comes into my music streams a lot.
You stay put, man.
Okay, doke. You sure?
Yep. Almost is waist deep right there.
Uh huh.
It's wild how the surface changes that quick.
That quick. I know. I see that it's deeper here, and then
There's oh, see that's a good hole right there.
yeah, I see it right there. You're at it right there.
You can find up at Green Bridge, which is north of Gish's Bridge. We used to jump off the bridge. There's a 10-foot deep hole up there.
Really?
It's called Green Bridge.
Uh huh.
It's pretty popular.
Are we
For
gonna go
teens.
by it?
There was a rope out there. No, it's no, it's back the other direction. It's upstream now.
Oh.
We're going downstream.
Oh, okay. Hmm?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit of walking.
Tell me when. You want to go past those rocks?
Set her down, buddy.
Okay.
It's just as easy as
Easier. All right. There's our canoe right there, guys.
It's rough walking the creek.
Yeah. Is there another bridge besides Wilson from here to there?
No.
So the next bridge is Wilson.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You can go ahead and do your thing.
Okay.
The last time I did this, I took a 12-year-old with me.
Uh huh.
And we camped over at night at Gish's before Gish's campsite was even there.
Uh huh.
And we got up the next morning and went on to Riley Park. Oh,
When was that?
Oh hell, 2007,
In 2007?
2006.
Damn. I was in Syracuse, Indiana. I lived up there that year. I I worked at Wawasee High School.
Which one?
Wawasee
Yeah,
High
okay.
School.
I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to about every high school in the state.
Mm-hmm. Wawasee School Corporation is one of three in Kosciuszko County. You got
There's people, no,
uh-huh.
there's people lived here all their lives and haven't got to witness this
Gee.
type of action at the creek.
Uh-huh. I've been here 25 years, man. This is my first time doing this on Deer Creek, but I've been to Channel Lakes, Brookville, south of Richmond, Indiana. I've been on the Whitewater River.
You've made your way around pretty good since you've been here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see your travels where you go and play music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get around a little bit. That's cool.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck in a one horse town.
Nope. I lived in Winona Lake, Warsaw, Churubusco. Churubusco's known as Turtle Town. And then I landed in Wabash at the Tuck, Wabatuck, Tucky. And I've been stuck there, man. I also lived in North Manchester. That was a pretty cool little town.
Do they fish up at Wabash on the Wabash very much?
Yeah,
Do they?
yeah, they do. They have a little canoe station right there at the south end of, or right down south on the south side of downtown.
Yeah.
It's called Whitewater Recreation, and they rent out canoes. You often see people canoeing the Wabash River from La Gros to Wabash, which is about 6 miles.
Um, is it not deep enough for a riverboat?
I don't think so.
I don't think so up that way either.
Mm-mm. Like when it rains, yeah, of course, but no, typically it's more like canoe deep, you know.
Quiet in the Bronx. Or no,
Mm?
quiet in it.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna say hi to Sandy D because I can recognize her avatar picture and I can barely see her name. And Sandy D has always been supportive of my channel, Prof's channel, and
There's been some really good viewers.
mm-hmm.
The list is long of people that have just been generous and nice and definitely not judgmental either
Exactly,
way.
exactly.
I'm a little judgmental either way myself, but a lot of people have not been, and that's cool of them. I brought some beef jerky if you want to nibble on some beef jerky, man.
Yeah, I do. I do like that.
Man, I'm glad we left when we did.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember honestly. I can't remember how long it took.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like this has been a long stretch for the Wilson Bridge, but we can't be that far.
No, because it's only 4 miles from
Uh huh.
Dishes to town.
Okay. I brought pistachios.
Not for me.
Okay. Do I need to get off, bro?
Yeah, let's get out and just kind of
Okay.
Can you guide one hand on the canoe? I'm going to step over the side. Only 1 hour in?
45 minutes.
And it's a hole there too.
Yep.
That's where you flip your fishing lure.
Right here, it's knee deep. But it changes like from one step to the next, man. You see? Knee deep again.
Huge rock. It's slate. That's slate.
Uh-huh.
You could find pieces big enough to make tabletops out of.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at this one here. Hold on.
One of our hobbies.
Look at this one, dude.
One of our hobbies was to come to the creek and skip slate.
Uh-huh.
The thin chunk. Skip across the water really well.
Oh, wow. This would make a good tabletop. I'm trying to catch up. Who? Yeah.
Come down here in the rock creek and get crawfish.
Oh, really?
Take them back and boil them.
Uh-huh.
The fertilizers they used during the Monsanto era
Uh-huh.
ran off into creeks years back and killed a lot of that stuff off. The crawfish. It's coming back now. I think a lot of those chemicals have been outlawed.
Uh-huh.
Now we surely are getting closer now.
Mm-hmm.
People look up.
This is fun for me, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not much of an outdoors person, but when I have been, look, I've been camping once up in Manistee,
Yeah.
Northern Michigan.
I've been up that way.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and jump in, Noe.
Okey-doke. So when I get to do stuff like this, it's just new and fun to me, you know.
Yeah, me and Shell were pretty blessed. We got to go do this kind of stuff for
Uh-huh.
several years, all over the United States.
The country.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part that you enjoyed the most?
Those Rockies, we spent 5 months in the Rockies in a 24-foot pull behind.
We're in Colorado?
Yeah.
In the state of Colorado?
Yeah, we went up and down the whole Front Range. That was a very good time.
Uh-huh.
And then the desert in the winter, out there in the Sonoran Desert,
Sonora.
That's a very good time in the winter time.
What state is that?
That's
Arizona.
Arizona, right on the
Okay.
California Arizona border.
Uh-huh. So, and it's called the Sonoran.
Sonora or Sonoran.
Yeah, because uh, across
Border
the border,
is the
it's
Sonora.
the state of Sonora.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then New Orleans is a really good time, but you wouldn't want to get caught up down there too long.
Mm.
We parked on the seawall for 2 weeks.
Like New Orleans.
Yeah, on the French Quarter.
Okay.
We camped on the seawall. We parked our camper on the seawall and was like 3 blocks from
Mm-hmm.
all that.
I've been to.
Captain Square.
Mm-hmm.
But you wouldn't want to get caught up too long down there.
I've been to Mardi Gras twice.
But that's been the best food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Yeah. So
We spent that winter up in Duluth,
Okay.
Minnesota. We got a lot of snow that year.
Mm-hmm.
We rock hounded a lot. Oh, we spent a lot of time. My oldest lives in North Carolina.
Did you go into Texas?
Yeah, we spent some time in Texas around Amarillo, Lake Meredith.
So that's way north.
Lake Meredith. And then Shelly's family's from Lubbock.
Okay. Lubbock is west, ain't it?
West side, yep.
What school's there, dude? Is it Texas Tech? No.
I don't know. I'm not a big Texas
I
fan.
think. Okay. I just love the Longhorns, but I'm from the Colt McCoy era, so I don't know what's going on with college ball or anything. I don't watch sports anymore.
I watch some wrestling still.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Do you have you ever heard of
trials have been going on.
have you heard of the God Monkey
No.
out of Warsaw, Indiana?
No.
How, how about Henry Ford?
Yes.
You know Henry Ford?
I heard that name.
Well, Henry Ford is the God Monkey's uncle.
Those are legends up that way.
They're legends, yes. The God Monkey is Jared Brooks, and he's making his name in the wrestling.
Well, you're talking like WWE and stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Talking college
Okay,
and Olympic.
gotcha.
Now they're trying out for the
Mm-hmm.
world trials.
Yeah, I'm good friends with Robert Ford, who is Henry's cousin, and Robert is Jared Brooke, the God Monkey's dad. Yeah, I know all their family. They were the first family that I became really close to in Warsaw, Indiana, when I moved here in '99.
Noe, do they still have the circus at Peru?
Yeah, they do, man. I've seen it there. It's do you know the town fairly good?
Not real well.
Oh, it's like Broadway as the main street that
Yeah.
takes you towards the courthouse. It's like maybe 3 blocks before the courthouse. That main drag when you get to Peru.
We went to the circus when we were kids up at Peru. It was
Hmm.
big back then.
I never been to a circus in my life, dude.
You've been in the circus for 2 years.
Ah,
Following the Delphi
the
case.
Delphi Circus. Okay, what's gonna happen here, bub?
More walking looks like.
Looks like it. It's a huge island in the middle, guys. But on both sides, over there and over there, looks like we're blocked.
Yeah, something's dammed that up over there.
Mm-hmm. We might make it.
We might if I get a little momentum.
Uh-huh. Because you look at that stream, it's got a good flow. Yeah, like a pro, dude. Look at that. Up to here. Want me to stay? Yeah. Okay.
Man,
Damn it. We did get good momentum, but
there's a lot of curves.
yeah.
On the creek in 3 miles.
Okay. So we're not even an hour in yet, bro.
Well, that's not bad then. I wanted to get a good start, so we didn't.
Oh well.
It's still gonna.
I don't think there's nothing there
No,
that's
we're
gonna
good, I think.
damage. Oh. Okie doke.
I was hoping Riley Park maybe 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
That's if we get out, check out the crime scene and find it. And
Oh,
go up under the bridge for a minute.
Yeah, we definitely should do that. I've been there, like I said, many times.
The crime scene's still an easement, isn't it?
What's that?
Is the crime scene still on the easement, or is it actual right on Logan's property?
It's on Logan's. Well, whoever owns it now, I think I heard his son owns it.
There was a mess of somebody trying to buy that land right through there on that.
Well, the last time I drove by, the house was empty.
However, right in there.
There's no curtains, but they still had some goats in there on the property, on the pasture, but everything looked kind of empty.
Boy got the place?
Uh-huh. I think I heard someone mention that. I think Julie said that, but I'm not gonna say 100% sure.
Is Julie watching?
You know what? I forgot to send her the link. Prof, send Julie the link. Um, she could be watching. I'm not sure. And if she is, hi Julie, and say hi to the Reaper. She knows who that is.
Swamp boat.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
We run this way, bub. We're gonna be walking.
I can see that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad we didn't stop tonight.
Yeah. You better grab a hold of that thing.
Really forgot his tripod.
Yeah. Yeah, I left my tripod in Josh's truck last minute, man. Story of my life. It's a nice small one. It's a handheld tripod dash selfie stick.
Let's go over this way now and get in.
To the left.
Over here closer to the bank.
Okay.
If we fall out of the canoe, we're not in 3 feet of water.
Yeah. We are.
Man, I'm telling you, we got to be getting fairly close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ready?
1 second.
Need a break, little break.
Some beef jerky?
Yeah, let's do that. Sure.
Test it out.
Mm-hmm.
We do that sober living. Just stick to the jerky. You're not going to catch me pounding down a beer online. Woo, Noe. Prof still with us, huh?
Yep, they're there.
Damn.
There's Josh getting his
Hey,
workout.
everybody. Hope you're enjoying the scenic tour of the banks of the Deer Creek.
Banks of the old Deer Creek.
Oh, man.
Okay, back on.
Back on. We got another good stretch to float down here.
All right, good to go, bub.
It's easy in the spring. You just cruise on through. We're after a good rain. It's late in the summer though, like it's rock bottom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want an off-grid experience, come out here and camp on the banks of this in the middle of the night. It's kind of eerie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of history down this creek, up and down it. Lots and lots of history. I mean, Delphi's murder cases only touched the surface of it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
There's a guy named Mark Allen Smith. He's the Delphi historian.
Uh-huh.
He tries to do a really good job keeping up on a lot of it.
Is
He
he like,
rides the canal boat and gives the tours, narrates the tours.
oh, he downtown? Downtown?
Yeah,
Delphi?
yeah.
What
He
is
used to.
what is his name again?
Mark Allen Smith.
Mark Allen Smith, guys.
He's a very well-educated man.
Historian
Yeah.
from Delphi.
Very good friends with Dan McCain
Uh-huh.
and that group of people.
Right.
We're trying to get there, you guys. As you can see, if someone were coming from Dishes to do the crime down here, you'd have a hell of a walk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's not, I mean, unless you're on ATV or something, you're not going to do it in that time frame.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's been an hour and 2 minutes since we left Dishes, and we're not at the Wilson's Bridge yet, so it's a stretch. Uh-huh. We estimated about 2 miles, and I think we're close at the 2 mile mark, and I still don't see Wilson, but we've got to be very close. You wanna Google Earth our location, so you give us an idea? Yeah.
Is the stream clear? Or has it been cutting out, or is it dragging or lagging?
No, it's clear. My main concern is my battery life.
I'm at 76.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the phone real quick, see if I can see my battery.
He said it sounds perfect.
Oh, by Lord, I'm at less than 50%, dude.
He said it sounds perfect. Tell Zoe to relax.
Oh, well, I'm starting to freak out because I'm at 50%. We still have a long ways.
Maybe we ought to.
Yeah, I got the portable charger here.
Maybe we ought to get steadily walking a little.
Yeah.
Probably a 30-minute mile walking in the creek. Walking.
To walk a mile?
20 normally.
Mm-hmm.
But in the creek is probably 30 minutes. Tripping and slowing down. Stomp in the creek.
Yeah. Yeah, it's secluded.
We haven't seen a soul.
Nope. This creek is totally walkable, man.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm sure there's a couple holes here and there, but for the most...
5 or 6 holes if you can find them.
For the most part, look at this. Have you ever taken a canoe ride from like from the Freedom Bridge to downtown to Riley?
Where?
From Freedom Bridge area? No?
No.
So you don't know what it's like from there
Yeah, I do.
to downtown?
I do.
You do?
It's like because we walked it a lot.
Oh, you walked it?
Yeah,
The creek?
And we'd walk the tracks too.
So the creek from Freedom Bridge to Riley, the creek is pretty much the same as it is here?
Yeah, there's a big hole.
Oh, yeah?
That everybody would swim at called the Wall.
Uh-huh.
And it's north of the Riley Park about 300 yards.
Oh, okay.
And people would go back there and jump off the wall.
Uh-huh.
Because the hole is, 8, 10 foot deep. We'll go by all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That beef jerky is right there in my bag.
Huh?
That beef jerky is right there in my
Okay.
bag.
I'm I'm gonna start getting the charger handy.
Woo. Go ahead and get in.
Uh-huh. Might as well have it handy, cause here it is. And this. Oh, all I gotta do is. Oh, what was that? That was a leaf wrapping around my calf, bro. It freaked me out. Okay, and I'm gonna turn this phone just for a second. Hey, do you see? Do you see? Can you look in here and see if it's charging? Do you see the little?
1 second.
I can't see, dude.
Doesn't look like it. That's all right. Let's get in. Let's get going.
All right, we're gonna do the best with what we got.
Get,
But you see how low?
yeah, if we can get the hybrids with your still having a charge, we did good.
Okay. Let me turn the camera again. It appears to be like I'm at a good 40% on my battery, so
Now the Sandifers were mentioned in the Delphi murders and the Flora case.
Sanderfors. Okay.
And their property is up here on the left before we get to Wilson's Bridge.
Okay. What kind of mentioning did they do?
I think it was to do with racism.
Oh, okay.
Tattoos of white supremacy and stuff on the kid, I think.
Mm.
I knew Brett and Barry. They were twins. They wrestled with me and Derek also. They was a little younger than us. They were the Sandifer twins.
Mm-hmm. Like
And I think that's their family that lived
in school, you were in the wrestling.
Yeah, they was a little younger, but.
Mm-hmm. So you said that was Brett and Barry.
Yeah, one of them was a jailer at the jail for a few years. I'm pretty sure that's their family, though. It would have been one of their cousins they were referring to, though, I think, or maybe a little brother or something.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quote me on that. That's hard to keep up and remember all the things that were spoke of.
Mm-hmm. There's a blue jay. Yeah, blue jay is my friends. I'm the bird, right? So I like blue jays and white doves.
You think it's faster? There's a shoe.
Where?
Right there in the water back here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm. I missed it.
So my brother, Jacob, my younger brother,
Uh-huh.
he stomped the creek a month or two after the murder. And I posted some pictures. He gave me some of his findings,
Uh-huh.
which was a blue latex gloves,
Uh-huh.
a serrated knife burnt in a fire pit, and some pictures of an old camper and a boat. Some of my feeds have shown the pictures. But he told me he turned that into LE.
Really?
Yeah.
Where about did he find that?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Up here by the Sanderfords, just a little north at Wilson's Bridge.
Uh-huh.
I think is where he said the photos he took were from. Okay, now we're coming up on some property here. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I see it. It says private property. There's a couple of chairs.
Yeah. Trying to think where we're at in reference to whose property that might be. I still think
But back
this might be some of the Wolf's property.
the Wolf's
Yeah.
property. Going back to those findings, man, you said it was your younger brother
Yeah.
and he found some latex gloves,
Yep.
some pictures, and a serrated blade.
No, not some pictures. He took pictures
Oh, he took pictures. Okay.
of the serrated blade of a knife in the fire pit.
And this was a month after
And I sent that stuff to Derek as well.
Derek German.
Yeah, way before the gag order.
Okay. Did he ever get back to you about it?
Derek would reply, but most of it was to turn it into law enforcement.
That's what he replied?
Yeah, a lot of the times he didn't talk much. And then after the gag order, he didn't talk at all.
At all? With you again, huh? Hey, bro, does that resemble a cave? Or am I?
No.
No. Okay.
Field washout. Run off from the field.
Okay.
I've washed that bank out. Damn, Lloyd. It's definitely a lot easier doing it in your 20s.
Oh, man. Okay. Want to walk it? Still? From here to to those rocks? Uh-huh. Something wants to tell me that Wilson Bridge might be around this bend. I don't know. Well,
Look at the big chub minnows.
where?
Big old chub minnows. They grow to like 9 inches in here.
Really?
They're chub minnows.
Chub minnows.
A lot of people come get them for catfish bait.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can catch big goggle eye bass, rock bass they call them.
Uh-huh. We have a creek over in Wabash. It's called Charlie Creek.
Yeah.
And there's another creek that branches off called Helms Creek. And we get some of them. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Stick that in there.
Have you been to France Park?
France Park.
About 24 outside of Logansport. Little quarry.
Yeah. We snuck in there once and went swimming, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's deep, bro.
Oh yeah. There's big old spoonbill catfish in there.
Uh-huh.
As big as we are.
It's private property, right?
The backside probably is.
Yeah, we had to jump over and get in there. Long time ago, man. Oh, if I don't fall. Okay, let's carry it. Ready? Oh, shoot. It got heavy. Oh, shoot. Huh? I mean, you guys see how difficult it is to do a canoe trip on Deer Creek.
Yeah,
For
like
two people.
It's no walk in the park.
Yeah, it's no walk in the park. So,
Hammer on, get on, Noe.
right on. So to be honest with you, bro, this canoe trip theory, I don't know what to think about it after this.
Yeah, exactly. And then if the water was up another foot, it'd be really hard to navigate because them holes would be not 3 foot, 4 foot.
Right.
You're stepping into waters up to your chest and stuff.
Right.
And you're not like everybody's. They're talking like they went back upstream with it.
Mm-hmm.
And
so the other direction.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's kind of unrealistic.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Man. That don't look like no fun, Noe.
I know. I would keep
I
left.
remember though, we'd start getting into some big boulders, and then like here's some of it. There's like a cave thing.
Where?
That's not the cave they talk about, but that's a. See it over there to the right?
That little hole right there?
Yeah. I would. We really need to pay attention because I'd like to see Wilson's cave.
Wilson's
right
cave.
Up and close.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want to miss that. And
I remember though, back when I was a kid, the closer you got to the creek, the bigger the stone got.
okay, that right
the closer
there.
you got to Delphi, the bigger these boulders would get in the creek.
Mm-hmm.
And see how it's turning in kind of a cliff that side now?
Uh-huh. Come on, work with us.
Nah, we're gonna be walking it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to walk clearly all the way over there.
All the way through that, dude.
Might as well do it now. But I gotta. Will you hold this phone? I gotta tie my boot.
I will.
I need both hands.
Careful getting out.
Yeah. Hold this for just a second. Just try stay to the right because the buttons are on the left. There you go.
It's nice out.
Mm-hmm.
September.
Yeah, I'm all good, dude. I'm enjoying everything. What's in my mind right now is the damn battery. I have a portable charger that's not charging. What we'll do is, I would save your phone, dude, and then yeah, and then we go. We when this turns on red, we'll just boom.
I agree.
Stream it from. So turn it off completely, and save your battery. Okay. We'll have Prof. You hear that? So you might as well just start ahead of time. Send Josh the link on text, and then we'll when my phone dies, we'll switch to his phone. We're not gonna. We're not gonna miss this. We're gonna get it one way or the other. It's real easy. You just hit the link and Well, you've done it with Joe Louis, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know how to go.
All right. I need more water.
Yeah, man, let's stop it for a minute.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna stop here for a minute, guys. It's really nice. There's shade, and it's really calm. Okay.
A lot of baptisms in the Deer Creek.
A lot of baptisms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, towards town or
They do a
anywhere.
lot down at Riley Park now. Some of the bigger churches in town go down to Riley and do it.
Mm-hmm.
But all these German Baptists through here, I'm guessing that's where they came from. It's a century.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was telling you, um, I dated a German Baptist.
Yeah.
When I moved to Indiana. I was with her for 8 years. Um, and crazy. Her mom, her mom is a Gish.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, they're out there. They live in North Manchester, and they have a huge property. And every 4 years, whenever it's their turn to host
National convention.
the national convention for the German Baptists, they do it at her property.
They do it right here to the left of us too.
Really?
Yeah, out here on this side, on the left side of the creek here, be the
Yeah.
south side.
Yeah, every 4 years it moves around and they go. It's nationwide, man. What national convention?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember her family going to like Ohio 1 year.
Yeah.
1 year was at their property and etc. But and
It's a Midwest thing though, mainly.
oh really?
I don't know if they come
Mhm.
from nationwide or not. They might.
Yeah, they do. As far as I remember, they do. From California,
Wow.
people would come from California.
Yeah, they had one up here when we was in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
They put up these big tents. There was
Mm-hmm.
thousands of them.
Yeah, yeah, it was a big event in North Manchester. North Manchester's pretty small, so when they came to North Manchester, it was huge, man. And
Brought that revenue.
yeah, yeah, they took over the town, and they're nice people and everything. I mean, it was a culture that I I didn't even know it existed, man, until I met. Uh-huh.
You used to get a tax ID number.
Uh-huh.
They didn't have to pay taxes.
Mm.
I think it's still that way.
Uh-oh.
That's a hole right there, dude.
I see that. I'm in it. Go around it.
Then in the summers, everybody come down here. This is where you stayed cool.
Mm-hmm.
Little creek.
Yeah, man, the water feels good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're out in the field working all day, right?
Come down here and pick your little swimming hole.
Come down here, yep.
It gets rocky like this up by Riley Park. Just before we get to the park,
Uh-huh.
I remember this stretch. It's real rocky. Not much canoeing coming through here.
Whoa! I'm in a hole. Did you see that? All the way to my waist, bro.
walk more of it than I wanted to.
It's gonna be like that. I mean, it's a creek. Yeah, but you're right about the case. We gotta. What you said? It's called Wilson Cave. Wilson's Cave. Oh, I'm in a hole. Down in a hole.
You don't play that song?
No, I'm pretty sure I can learn it. Is it audio slave?
Yeah.
I can play I Am the Highway.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Rhythm. I don't play beat. Never wanted to. Never. Have no interest in learning it. But there's a home over there, dude. So this is the point of.
We'll give you full circle.
Do you know where about we're at? Recognize? Oh, man, my low battery Windows on, dude. So that means I got 25% left.
Burning it up, isn't it?
Uh huh.
We'll just have to go on mine.
Yeah. So there's someone's property.
Okay, buddy, jump in, buddy.
Okie doke. We go again on the
Looks like the wolf comes to me.
on the road again. We're on the creek.
I said that 3 times.
I
just knew they were on the right hand side of the creek after Yesh's and before Wilson's.
So you think
Lyle and Philip Wolf?
This is Wolf?
It might be.
Who
went to school.
It's a nice home. All right, dude. What's that over there?
That's where the three. Oh, up there, the building.
It's a roof.
Yeah, see, we're getting closer to
What
civilization.
So that's. I'm taking that's a barn.
Yeah.
Should we let's do the
Go back on one.
Yeah. This is another slate thing.
Yeah, another shelf.
Another shelf. We're walking. It's flat, and we're walking right on it. Yeah, I'll just show Josh how flat this is. Huh? Yeah. I'm still trying to find this cave, man. Would the cave be on this side or on the right side?
We're getting back into civilization a little bit now.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a rooftop over there. And we believe that's a big old barn. Here's another tree that came down. Okay, back on.
Back off.
Here we go.
See, that's a hell of a long ways from Gish's.
Oh, wait a second. I think I've been here, man.
You've been up this far?
I think I've been to that. It, are those cabins here, right here through these trees?
Damn, I still don't see the bridge.
Yeah, we're almost there, dude. But you see these buildings here?
Yeah.
I don't know, but Joe, Joe, the retired state trooper,
Yeah.
and I
Mm-hmm.
drove past Wilson's Bridge, and we went in like
Stay in, Noe.
uh-huh, like maybe less than a mile past Wilson's Bridge. There's like this campground, and it had a bunch of cabins and a playground, basketball court. Is that it? Y- Do you know what I'm referencing?
I don't know.
Mm,
It's been a long time since I've been down through here.
gotcha. I'm gonna get out, dude, and
No,
help
you're
you.
good.
Good? Okay. Oh my goodness, bro. Look, there's a freaking, what is that? A tricycle?
That's an old tricycle.
Let's take it. I don't know what for, but it's abandoned, right? I hear people. Oh, no, we don't want that. But why would it be there?
This is German Baptist. Up here, I don't know which family, but I
That's
can tell.
that's a little damn. It's a big wheel, dude, ain't it?
One of the little kids probably pitched it over the hill.
Wow. Yeah, I bet you they pitched it over to the creek and it landed right there. All right, we're looking for a cave, guys. Ooh, it's nice here, man. So, old order German Baptist territory, huh, Josh?
Yeah. Well, you've seen that one of the photos was put out with an old German Baptist carrying a child across the bridge.
Uh huh. I
Remember that?
certainly have, yeah.
There was speculation that maybe one of the old orders around here did it
Mm.
because they've had some very strange incidents over the years.
Mm
A lot of it stays out of court. It's handled in the church.
hmm. Mm. Mm.
There's been a few of them prosecuted.
Mm. Wow.
Lots of mysteries out here.
Wow, dude. That's. But I can see how that would, you know,
They
could
live a
make
different
sense.
lifestyle, you know.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, I was about to say their cultures. They're very like isolated, and
Yeah.
you see this girl that I dated. She she was she had just graduated high school, and her family wouldn't let her go to college, and she was a Lilly scholar, bro. Like she got the Lilly scholarship,
Yeah.
and her family wouldn't let her go to college, so she said, "I'm leaving." And I met. That's exactly right around the time I met her, and we moved in together. We lived downtown in Manchester.
There was a movie made called Rammspa or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
talking about how that stuff works. They leave. They can only leave one time. You come back.
Yeah, yeah, they can leave, and if they don't like it, the the they will welcome them back in to their circle. But I think yeah, it's a limited thing. Um. Oh, she went on to go to college at in Richmond. We moved down there.
Oh man, we got a workout coming up.
I see it. Oops, about to start right Nate, right here. Um, yep. Can I grab my bag?
You don't have to, but I
I
am.
mean, there's nothing in there, dude. Oop, you good? All right, here I go.
I almost took the drink. That was a lot further than I remember now.
It's all good, man. I logged this day for this, so I ain't got nothing to do today, man. What about you? Do you have evening plans? Okay. So as long whatever it takes us, our main thing is our phone life, battery life. If both phones die, yeah. I'm gonna turn the camera so I can see where I'm at. Yeah. So when that notification came in, usually it's 25%. So I'm thinking I'm at a 15%. I can see the red line. When it goes like down to 10%, it'll give me it'll alert me, and we can make preparations to switch. Okay. But keep saving your battery. Well, as we can see, it is a ways. It is a good long ways from the Gish Bridge to Wilson's. We're into 2 miles for sure. So it's gonna be more like 3 miles.
Another 2 miles down.
So I'm not very familiar with this canoe theory. I just know that it was said that someone was out here all night.
Yeah, even Mike Patty was supposedly in a canoe, remember?
Okay. Right. Searching, right?
Like if the water was up another foot or two, you could have been.
Uh-huh.
But going back and forth that stream and at that water level would have been a little difficult.
Yep, because they would have had to be coming in this direction.
Yeah.
From, and if he was doing,
like you got boats out, but you didn't get ATVs out.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's all been a bunch of lies.
Yeah.
Doug Rice said it best. Bridge of lies.
Bridge of lies. Doug who?
Doug Rice.
Doug Rice.
He's passed on now.
Uh-huh. And who was he?
Yeah, he worked a lot with Julie and Skip in the beginning.
Oh, really?
And I had a side conversation with him for many years.
Uh-huh. When did he pass?
2018, 19, maybe.
Okay,
18,
so it's been
20.
a few years.
Yeah, COVID era maybe.
Okay. And you said that he worked alongside Julie and Skip?
Yeah, they did a lot of it. They had some footage they recorded.
Uh-huh.
About Daniel Pearson stuff. Eder. They were big on Eder back then. And then who's the copter? Who was in the Eldridge too? Somebody mentioned him last night.
Uh-huh.
This whole Daniel Pearson thing, though, it's got me by the balls. It has since the beginning.
Uh-huh.
That little bastard was arguing under the bridge a half hour around the time of the abduction.
Okay.
And then he kind of just slipped away. I'd like to know his story and who he told it to.
Huh. Does anybody know where he's at?
His dad's a retired Carroll County cop.
Daniel Pearson's dad is a retired Carroll County cop.
Yeah.
Do we know where Daniel Pearson's at?
Not right now.
No?
He scrubbed most of his Facebook stuff.
Really?
I still can't know him.
Okay. That's fine, man.
But their family lived just down the road from the Patties.
Mm-hmm.
His uncle was Steve Pearson.
Steve Pearson.
One of the ones that got caught embezzling money.
Okay. What about here?
Audit done, I think. Anyway, that was his uncle.
Uh-huh. Should I?
My mom's ex-husband was married. Mom was kind of married into that side.
It's like where it's
Pearsons. Go left.
Left. Okay. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you said Steve Pearson's was.
Moving some money around. That's like they say Delphi is crooked or corrupt.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, the ex-sheriff's wife stole money from the ex-prosecutor. They've caught people in audits, moving money around.
Uh-huh.
A lot of unexplained murders in the county.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Such as the Flora house fire?
Yeah, Tammy Birdsell's one of them.
Who?
Tammy Birdsell.
Okay. What others that you can think
We
of?
still got the Snyder case, you know. Like,
Oh, that's not. Oh, yeah, Jesse Snyder. That was a whole mess, wasn't it? Over.
there's been a lot of shit.
Oh, they were playing pinball or something?
There's been a lot of shit shows.
Wow. That's the way my county is, dude.
And then 3 of the top dogs that were running things in the county,
Uh-huh.
Randall, Ives,
Uh-huh.
and Diener, they all resigned. Now tell me that ain't fishy. Tell me that ain't corrupt.
Right.
All right, Millie, I'm gonna let you get in.
Okay, man. Here I go. Oh. I'm in.
We've done some walking.
Huh?
We've done some walking.
Yeah. We are at an hour and 49 minutes, bud, on the stream. So, we're gonna.
So the only reason you'd resign is why? So you would never have to explain anything ever again to nobody? That's why you would resign? You
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have to answer questions anymore?
Now you're referring to the former prosecutor
And Diener
and the judge, right?
and the old sheriff.
To-
Fire Chief Randall.
Oh, the fire chief.
He was sheriff for 2 terms as well.
Before Tobe?
Yeah, before Tony Burns.
Oh.
Randall, Tony Burns, then Toby.
Okay. Oh, wow. Look, bro, there's a dog over there.
They're all cut from the same cloth.
You see that dog?
Yeah. They're all cut from the same cloth, man. They
Uh-huh.
all raised each other.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they raised Liggett through the force. He started out as a turnkey.
Liggett?
Yeah.
What's behind it?
Started out as a turnkey under Randall.
Okay. Is there anything behind this tree?
Maybe Horde. He might have started under Horde.
Nothing. Okay. All right. Sorry, Bob. So Liggett was a turnkey under.
Under Horde or Randall.
Okay. A turnkey means
Just a jailer.
a jail guard.
Yeah, he took
There's all kinds of terms.
trays.
They're
Tray
called.
server.
They're called turnkeys,
Pat
jail
Cotton with
guards,
you. We got a dog here checking us out.
COs. Hey, dog. Roof, roof, roof.
Hey, you come to the creek a lot, Robbie.
Doggy. He's hunting for something, dude.
That park St. Bernard in him or something looks like.
Yo, he ignored us completely.
He must come to the creek a lot.
Okay, so I just got another alert. So I may be at 10%. Okay.
If we shut down, we're gonna try to boot me up before you shut down, right?
Yeah.
So you're at 10%.
Yeah, I just got the
Okay.
the low battery notification. But I'm gonna be holding your phone, so all you gotta do is jump on the stream. We'll park somewhere, jump on the stream, and once you're all in and everything, I'll put this thing. Well, I can't put it in my. We'll put it in your container. This one.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it in my bag. Okay. We're moving good now. You see, if we had been moving at this pace the whole time, we would have probably already been at Wilson, dude. You agree?
Yeah. Yeah, that walking does slow you down.
Yeah.
Where the hell are you? You only needed about 6 inches deep to float in.
Uh-huh.
Man, we got to be getting close to this. I'm starting to go, holy shit. How many we got left? Can't tell.
No. I Huh?
Nice when you get to sit down.
Yeah. So here we go with more walking, guys. At 10% on my phone battery. But we are going to get it done. We're gonna geeter. We're gonna underlay, geeter done. See, I can also speak in hillbilly. Geeter done, Josh. Huh? Yeah, man, this whole canoe theory, man. Why don't you get that rope?
You know how to play ripple, Roy?
I don't think so.
Are the Grateful Dead ripple?
Ripple. Oh, the song Ripple. I thought you were talking about a game. I've never heard such a game, but the song Ripple, is it the one that says, yeah, I can play it. It goes, uh, what's the first word to it? If my something.
My words could glow.
If my words could flow. Like through the clear sunshine and mine. Yeah, I can play it. Yep, I can play that one.
My heart would beat as one.
I don't think so.
Is that the word?
Oh yeah,
But
I gotta have the
yeah,
lyrics in front of me, and I'll play it. I actually played it on one of them little ass live streams that I do strumming.
I saw that. That's why I asked you.
Okay,
Yeah.
and my favorite is Box of Rain, dude. I love playing that song. Back on.
I'm a so many roads and
You know.
John.
Oh, oh,
No, don't do it. Don't
oh
do
shoot! I made it.
it. You got lucky.
I uh I want to play. What's the name of that song?
This is my town.
No, it's
Ah,
no
Frank, this ain't your town.
the the one of their last songs in their last album. Shades of Grey is it called, or
Touch of Gray.
Touch of Grey? I want to play that song.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was big when I was coming out of high school.
Me too. Yep. 90s. Well,
Early,
late 80s. Late 80s. Yeah. It was right before Jerry died, huh?
Jerry died in '95.
Okay.
Did you ever see the Grateful Dead?
No, I saw the other ones.
That's cool. I saw Jerry a couple times.
You saw Jerry?
Yeah, Soldier Field, Deer Creek, and then Buckeye Lake, Ohio.
Oh, really? Where, Buckeye Stadium or what?
Yeah, Buckeye Lake.
Okay, I've
The
been there.
venue.
Hmm. I hear voices.
Yeah, we got people.
Looks like, is that a cooler over there? Oh, there is people over there, dude.
Yeah.
There are kids playing around, huh?
I'm telling you, man, we got to be getting close to Wilson's Bridge.
Mm-hmm. I will guarantee you 100%, dude. They're German Baptists. They got a ladder.
Come down.
Yeah. Oh, here we go again, dude. Hi there.
You can imagine canoeing it.
Huh?
You can imagine canoeing if the creek was up.
Right. Let me talk to these people real quick. Hello. Hi. Hey. How far is Wilson Bridge from here? How far is Wilson Bridge from here? You don't know for sure? Okay, thank you. Huh.
We gotta
Get back on.
We gotta get in right here because that's a sand.
Oh,
That's a big hole right there.
oh yeah. Okay. Here I go.
Go ahead and get in
Uh, you see them German Baptist ladies?
How far is the bridge? How far is the bridge?
We're just visitors here.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Where are you visiting from?
Well, we're local, but visiting this
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Huh.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
it's fine. We were far, Josh.
Huh?
The drop.
Dishes is far.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's more like 4 miles, dude.
Miles.
Yeah.
But like that's the only closest spot put in.
Uh-huh.
We're not
Right.
going on somebody's
Yeah,
property.
we haven't crossed another bridge since then. I see what you're saying. Okay, let me turn the camera and check. Yeah, so I'm gonna be at under 10%. Uh,
By the time we get up to that curve up there.
yeah. The next time we
Okay, we'll
stop,
fire mine up.
I think it's time to. Yep.
That was a hell of a cliff they was trying to come down
Yeah.
to get to the creek.
That's the only people we've seen, right?
Right.
That's the only people we've seen since, right? And the dog.
Nice when you just float along like this.
I wish it was like that all the way. It's really peaceful.
Yeah, I'm glad I came and did this.
Yeah, me too.
It's been a long time. It brought back some memories.
Mm-hmm. It's a new experience for me. Like I told you, I've only been canoeing twice since I've been up here, and that was Channel Lakes and Brookville, Indiana, which is south of Rich Richmond.
They got the fungus and mushroom growing there on the left.
Oh yeah, let's show. Well, it's too far, but yeah, I see it.
And them could be an edible. A German Baptist come down here and pick.
Really?
Yeah. All kinds of foraging they do.
Uh huh. an example of how these people are isolated, huh? They didn't even know where the bridge, uh, and
Well,
even
they're
though,
from around here.
and she said we're not from here, but we're locals,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, like if you ask me where's the covered
Right there's
bridge,
the bridge.
oh yeah, there it is. If you was to
It's
ask me,
literally right by them, and they didn't know where it was.
yeah, yeah,
There's Wilson's Bridge.
yeah. Like if you were to ask me where's the covered bridge in Manchester, I would tell you exactly where it's at, and you know,
No, I'm saying the caves are right in here somewhere.
has to be.
Hidden.
So we have a huge cliff right here. The bridge is no more than 100 yards that way, Wilson's Bridge. So my phone made it to Wilson's Bridge. So the cave would be around here, right, Josh?
Somewhere. Right in this area. Go ahead and get in, Noe.
Okie doke. Here we go.
We'll stop up here at the bridge and change phones.
All right. Oh, oh my lord. Stupid portable charger, bro. Won't even work. But it's my fault because I didn't plug it in overnight.
Look here. Look at this little sand castle somebody built.
Oh yeah.
Wilson's Bridge.
Okay, guys.
So
So before my
I guess I would say that was the Sandiford's property
which one?
up there where we seen them people.
When we seen them ladies?
Back in there.
Okay, so
Somewhere in this area right
mm-hmm.
here. To the left.
Yeah, the ladies were on this side.
Yeah.
So you think that's the
Sandiford's?
Sanderfords?
Possibly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And right through this area, somewhere from here to High Bridge is where my brother found those items.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see Wilson's Bridge. It's taken us, hold on, I can see, 2 hours and 8 minutes from the Bridge, the Gish's Bridge to here. And I'm going to estimate 3.5 to 4 miles, right?
I would say.
Um,
We saw pictures of the cave that some tourists
uh-huh.
took.
Right. I totally missed it, so I didn't see no cave.
I haven't seen one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mystery thing. Like the mystery.
Oh, here we go again. Ooh.
Trying hard.
Here, grab this cable and put it in my bag. The cable.
Let's go up here on this island and switch phones.
Yeah, let's do that.
Welcome in everyone. It's good to see you guys in the chat. And looks like Noe's battery has finally expired. So we'll let them get reset. And I'll say hello to everyone. And it's a good time for them to switch over. They have began to reach Wilson's Bridge. And as you know, in my conspiracy theory, my alt theory, my crazy uh, UFO theory, Wilson Bridge is where the entire debacle began. I'm glad that they finally made it to Wilson. As you can see, from Jack Gish's to Wilson is quite a long jaunt, and I don't think that we were looking at that. However, I'm glad that we're all discussing all of this because we do know there are some connections there, and we'll be talking about that at a future point. But for the time being, I'll just leave it at that. I'm really glad they made it to Wilson Bridge. I hope that they get the stream back up and running for you. Um, and so, yeah, everyone's so preoccupied with the little cave. I think you guys are. A lot of people have the wrong impression on what the cave is. I mean, it's not very large. Okay, it's not like it's not like an immense cavern. So, as I've said before, I think a lot of the things in this case are on the level of mythology or metaphor, and so I find it really concerning that almost everything has been switched for something else. For instance, I think the cave is the culvert at Wilson Bridge. I think the bridge is Wilson Bridge, not High Bridge. I think the girls are Kelsey and Bree, and not the two victims. So there's so many things. I just find that everything has been switched, including names. So all the names we know. It's just why is there always someone with the exact name? How many Brads do we have? How many Daniels? How many et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? How many Shelbys? How many Cheyennes? So but yes, the little cave is past Wilson Bridge, and it'll be getting there. They'll be getting there hopefully. Um, you guys are talking about the transcript of the radio traffic. Okay, you're talking about Sandefurs. What else are you talking about? Let's see. Thank you, Day Tripper. I guess I'll say hi to everyone while they're getting this. The goal is actually Riley Park. So the initial plan was to go from Jack Gish's to Riley Park and go under both bridges or go under both Wilson and High Bridge and under the highway and all this. So anyway, we'll be getting there. But let me say hello to you guys and see if they can get their butts reconnected with the other phone. Um, so let's say hello to Steve, Sandy D, all right, Heather Brown. We got Woman Doing, Lisa, Shay Watson, Kathy from the 3021, Hiawatha, Jamie, Linda K. Johnson, Commentator Root, Kayla's here, Is a God Thing, Carla Ann, Radar, Phoenix, who else? Kathy S. Did I say your name yet? I have Apophis, um, Anti Woke, Jamie. I don't know if I said Jamie yet, but Bobby Smith was here earlier. Amy. Who else was here? Oh, you guys been here all day. It's been long so far. Lana was here. We've been here 2 hours. Granny D was here way earlier. Um, Fair Maiden Winds was here way earlier. Who else was here? Well, lots of you guys. So I thank everyone for being here. You know, I don't want to beg, but I want to do nice things for Noe and Josh for all the trouble they've gone through. So I pinned Noe's Cash App up here, and he promises to share with Josh any donation. So if you want to support uh, Noe and Josh, and in other words, buy them a hamburger and some gas or whatever, go ahead and hit the Cash App for Noe and Josh. Um, and they can go grab something to eat and refill their gas tanks and everything that it took to get the boat in the water. So that's that. Um, so yeah, let's see. What do you guys want to discuss while they do that? Steve says in the house. Steve in the house. The water is too shallow. It is. It's very low today. You got to understand it was about a foot and a half higher back in February 2017, mid February, because there was a big melt off. Um, and we know the water levels very well. I've covered that in an early episode of Let's Talk Delphi, and you can go back and find that. One of my very first episodes, I went into great detail on the water. And no, where the girls were found, that exact spot was not underwater. Okay. But the water was higher. But it's still my belief that there may be some validity to the fact that at one point the girls were on the banks of Deer Creek, sort of in the water, half in, half off, or half in, half out. Um, I believe that initially one of the girls was injured uh, badly near Wilson Bridge, is my conspiracy theory, and that they then took that girl in that condition, brought her over, and then I also believe that over there on Ron Logan's, they placed that girl in that condition, and I think they then assaulted Libby, unfortunately, and that's what we see. It's pretty evident by what is found at the crime scene that that probably is what happened. Is that the girl that was clothed was placed there, and then an additional injury given to her, and it appears that the girl who was nude uh, was assaulted there on the spot. So that's my theory, and I do believe there's some sort of validity to the observation by Mr. Libredo that one girl was killed and one girl was sacrificed. At least it was made to look that way if it was not indeed that way, and that's my theory. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's see. Okay, Bobby Smith says, I believe you. Someone who knew where the kids would be. Yeah, and keep in mind that it's very unlikely that those girls were there from 3:30 p.m. all the way until noon the next day. It's very unlikely. What it appears is that over the course of the night uh, or the day, the evening of the 13th, and the dark hours of the 14th, that the girls were not there. And it appears that they were then suddenly placed there to be found by daylight. And it's pretty conspicuous that at 4:33 suddenly a.m. on the 14th, suddenly the phone starts pinging. And I have referenced or referred to that as a beacon, almost as if the phone was intentionally turned on or activated in order to send out a beacon to say, hey, here we are, guys, come find us. Uh, and if that's the case, then that means up until the moment of 4:33 a.m. is probably when they were being placed where they were found. Uh, but all of this is still in flux because the information we have is so limited. And the most odd thing about it is that the state wants to keep it that way. All we have to do is reference the geofencing, um, which clearly shows 3 phones having a frenzy of activity. Uh, wow, I mean, we can talk about that. Okay, we can talk about that. It's worth talking about um, because there's a lot of gaslighting going on about it as if it doesn't matter. Okay, it does matter. So we have one phone that between 2 and 3:30 p.m. is covering both sides of Deer Creek. Now you would not imagine, okay? You would not imagine the amount of activity this phone is showing. It's all over both sides of Deer Creek. Now how is that possible? All the way from the Webbers to the crime scene to Ron Logan's extremity and over to more so where the Edgings property is. I mean, almost damn near. I mean, it's all over the place. And then you have another phone that is that is also all over the place, going from one side to the other, between the hours of about 12:45 or 12:30, okay, about 12:22, uh, all the way to 4. So for hours, you had people all over, zigzagging all over. Okay, so you tell me how that works out. All right, tell me how that works out. Why does the state not want that information? Well, you know what it seems like? It seems like maybe they don't want you to know that there's a flurry of activity between 12:30 and 3:30. Because if Richard Allen is allegedly doing this and his phone is not being active, so maybe he's left his phone someplace, right? But there are two other phones exhibiting a flurry of activity, frantic, both sides of the creek, all over the place. Does it make sense that Richard Allen could be assaulting these girls and no one see them if there's two phones going all over the place, both on both sides of the creek? Exactly where Richard Allen would be with these two girls. Amy says antibiotic fun. Good one, Amy. Yeah, yeah, guys, you got to go soak your feet. So was Abby wearing Libby's clothes or her own? Well, interesting, because it's kind of neither, right? So for years, how many years did they tell you that Libby had on a certain outfit? All right. But suddenly, it's revealed because of the release of the crime scene photos that no, Abby's in a different outfit. So how does that work out? How does that work out? Really ain't lining up, is it? So it ain't lining up. Not only that, why are both girls nude at some point? What would be the purpose in Abby ever becoming nude if Richard Allen just chased them across the creek to kill them? What would be the purpose of Abby becoming nude and then being redressed awkwardly in some mysterious clothes that we were never told Libby was wearing for 6 years? Can someone explain that? There's also a conspicuous lack of blood under Abby. Okay, so we know that there's not the amount that should have been there as far as we know at this point in time, which to me would mean, yes, she was bleeding somewhere else. And by the time she was placed there in Ron Logan's and injured, postmortem possibly, or maybe a death blow, then she bled out a little more, that the little that was left. Pretty sure we will all get educated at trial. Well, guess what? It's already hitting the fan. Okay, the dam is already breaking. The dam is breaking. So the info is already coming out, and it will be coming out in trial. And wait till after trial. I think you guys are going to be pretty surprised by some of the things that will be coming out. Okay. Uh, for instance, a phone. Okay, we're pretty confident there's another phone involved. Why? Well, because there's reasons to believe so. So how do you explain that? So not only do you have the three phones in the geofencing, what's this other phone? Where does the fake Abby Snapchat come from? Which phone does that come from? It's not Richard Allen if all these people were in the area. Yeah, well, Those people were frantically moving around the area. So how does a lone wolf killer commit these crimes violently against these two young girls who would definitely be vocal about it if you have all this flurry of activity and no one sees or hears anything? Yeah, so it's 1.2 feet higher today. There you go. No, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was about 1.2 feet higher in 2017. It's low today, but we know it was higher. It's about a foot and a half higher. Blood would filter through the foliage, Steve, but there was not the volume of blood. So Abby had what appears to be about half her blood missing. So that means it went somewhere else, which to me would make sense if she was ever in the water. Because if she's bleeding out in the water, she could lose and suffer a lot of blood loss in the water and it would wash all away. And then she's placed where she's placed and injured again. And then the second or the remainder, the second half, the rest of her blood, then bleeds and is found under her body. Um, we know the timeline does not seem accurate whatsoever because if you see, uh, those bodies do not appear to have been. Those bodies appear to have been without life much longer. Now, how do you explain that? Well, I don't know. If they had been in an icy, freezing creek with icy, flowing water, that could possibly explain what their bodies look like, and maybe if they were in some sort of cooler. But the oddity in this is that Robert Ives made the statement, and I played it for you on a recent stream. Uh, well, Steve, listen, please stop, dude. We're not just observing from a photo, okay? We're talking about autopsy reports as well. Okay, so I'm not bullshitting here. This information is coming from sources. Okay, Steve. So relax, man. I appreciate you here, but don't gaslight. I'm not discerning all of that from a photo. I'm discerning the color of the bodies from the photo. Yes, I'm discerning the amount of blood at the scene from documents. Okay. Now, what I was getting at is that Robert Ives, I recently played for you, made the statement at one point that because they were found so immediately after they were killed, blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because how are they found so immediately after? Doesn't that word carry some weight? There's no way we're talking about 12 hours here or 14 hours. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. The word immediately doesn't mean that. The word immediately might mean 1 hour at the most or 10 minutes. So what is Robert Ives saying? Is he admitting that they were found at the shack or on the banks of Deer Creek immediately after they're both dead? Because certainly by the time we see these crime scene photos, it's not immediate. Okay, they're pasty white, which, in my opinion, and some medical professionals that I have consulted with, that means the bodies have been either refrigerated or in ice or expired for a long time. Sorry. So, let's see. It'd be hard for 12 or 1 to 2 or even 3 people to do this to 2 kids alone. Yeah, 18 minutes. 18 minutes. I mean, the timeline doesn't work. We'll be talking about that. We mentioned that before on some shows, and we'll be getting further into that. But all right, so it appears that our wonderful tour guides are having difficulty reconnecting the stream. So we may have to do a part two at some point, unfortunately. Um, right, good point, commentator. Or is he saying they were killed around noon on the 14th? Or is he saying they were killed around 4:33 a.m. and found at sunlight at 5? And we were lied to about 12 noon. I mean, what is he saying? Did he slip up there and use that word immediately? So, well, at least if nothing else, what we got to see today was that it's quite a long, difficult canoe ride from Jack Gish's to Wilson. Okay, now it's much, much, much easier from Wilson to Highbridge. Okay, much easier. Um, Much more likely that a canoe from Wilson to Highbridge would be utilized. Okay, and we understand that is what happened. Um, so let's see anything else here. Yeah, I'll put Heather's coming up. You just can't explain it. All right, so let's see. All right, let's see if I can make a phone call to our guys. I'll do it live on air. That'd be fun. Hey, what's going on, guys? No signal. Okay. Yeah, it would have to be on your phone then because you probably both have different providers. You know? No, no, I didn't see you. I didn't. Try again. All right, we'll do it. Okay, okay, I'll get off. Give it a try and all right. All right, guys. So what's happening is Four Pit's phone is not getting a signal out there. He's just got one bar. So they're struggling to try to get on the StreamYard, but that may be it. Okay, that may be it. But hey, it was good. It was good. It was good to see. You know, it's always informative. Sometimes you don't get what you want. It's like science. You know, you may not get what you're looking for, but you'll get something else. And so we saw how difficult it was, and how far of a journey it is from Gish's over to Wilson. Yeah, back to the scream. All right, I want to know. Okay, here's what I want to know. Okay, I'm trying to be as compassionate as possible about this, but let's talk about this because Taya Miller. Okay, Taya Miller, we'd love to talk to you, Taya. If any of you locals know Taya, please connect her with us. We need to talk to Miss Miller. We want to know about that scream that her and her friend were witness to. Um, it's just something else. It's something else that you could have a blood curdling scream, and law enforcement would not care to investigate it when you have two girls that they're allegedly out there searching for at that very moment, right? Because they sent everyone home, but they sent everyone who wasn't in the inner circle home. Okay, but the good old boys, they stayed there. They stayed there. Good old boys were there. They got a call in that there's a blood curdling scream, a horror scream. Okay, around 2 a.m. Well, Taya and her friend called the sheriff's office, and they're told all the officers are busy, and sorry, we're not going to check it out. Well, what was that blood curdling scream at 2 a.m. or in the 2 o'clock hour while the alleged search was happening by the alleged searchers? Don't look at where the screams are. Yeah. Okay. If they had drop dead bombshell evidence, it would have been leaked out like DNA or fingerprints. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I was saying. Now here's my other thing about these assholes. Okay, because what they will do, they will take anything. For instance, Richard Allen said he was there dressed like bridge guy. Okay, and they'll run 1,000% with that. So don't you think, you know that the prosecution has leaked everything that's been leaked? Okay, it's a total lie about. Uh, hold on a minute. There's Josh calling. Hello. Hey, what's up? N- No, no, I don't think on StreamYard. Oh, I see, I see. Well, how about this, man? I mean, I guess if you can't charge Noe's phone, just you can call it a day and oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can video on your phone, and we'll upload it as a part two. And you know, but everyone's in here is thanking you guys. They love it. I know you got some donation to go get lunch and stuff. So thank you so much, man. I will. Sounds perfect. And Kishti says hello. Okay. All right. Well, good job. Hey, please do video and enjoy the day. And let me know when you're all done, man. We'll talk. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Bye bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what's happening is zero signal on the other phone. So they're going to film, uh, and we will upload at a later point today, hopefully. So they'll just go ahead and film the remainder of the remainder, and I'll try to upload it later today if possible, so that you can get your part two, which would be from Wilson to Highbridge, hopefully, and maybe even to Riley Park as was initially planned. Um, but yeah, thank you. Crime Sleeper says thanks for the tour. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wishing peace to everyone in the Delphi community, especially those involved in the online community. Thank you so much. Okay, Ellie must have known the girls were not there. Well, there you go. Okay. How far is Ron Logan's from place the girls were found? I've measured it before. I think it was about 1,000 feet. I can't remember, or 1,000 yards. I don't know. Use Google Maps. Okay. No, but I was talking about the bombshell evidence. Okay, I was saying how if there was any, they've leaked out everything they have, and they've exaggerated everything they have. For sure that if there was anything absolutely devastating to the to prosecution of Richard Allen, or to prosecuting him, that it would have already leaked. I don't really see much there. I mean, it's all it's always possible that there's something criminal afoot, and they could be withholding discovery until the absolute last possible minute. But I haven't heard much. But hey, we're all speculating here. Let's not kid ourselves. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. Yeah, the 5 times they walked directly over where the girls were found and they weren't there. Yeah. So let's see what else we got here. I'll chat with the chat for a few, and then we'll call it a day. Okay. What else we got here? But thank you so much, Crime Sleepers. Okay, Granny D says, last night's show helped clear a lot for me. Well, that's great, Granny D. Thank you so much. Today did as well. Thank you to Noe and Forfeits. Thank you. And hey, I do not necessarily promote everything that that Alex says or does, but here's the thing. Alex is trying. Okay, I will give him that. Alex is trying his best to exhibit some transparency, some honesty, and to head in the direction of let's tell the truth about this case. So, sometimes Alex gets a little out of control, but that's in his nature. But overall, I'm glad that you guys are appreciating and seeing what we're trying to show you. I mean, we're trying to lay all the cards out on the table, slowly but surely, and there are more cards to be laid out. But it was my statement last night that I wanted to get across to you that, look, you cannot look at this case with the naivete of that you had in the first 24 hours of the girls being found. Okay. Okay, you can't look at it with the naivete of Gray Hughes's narrative. Okay, that here's your timeline. That's family approved, and this is the story, and we're sticking to it. Once we got it straight over the first 5 years, and so I mean, you have to look at it with an open mind and say, look, there's been years of information that has risen to the surface, sort of like bubbles coming to the surface from the community. And yes, in that mix, there's going to be some rumor, there's going to be some speculation, there's going to be some misinformation. There will also be disinformation. There's been a lot come to the surface, a lot of noise, as I call it, surrounding this case. But what you have to do is you have to put that all on the table and start to sort it. You start to remove the disinformation, the misinformation, the rumor, the speculation, and you start getting down to the brass tacks, the nitty gritty. And you say, well, what here actually has substance that's developed? And as soon as you do that, you immediately step away from that first 24 hours naivete of the crime. That a lone wolf killer chased him off the end of the bridge across the creek and killed him right there. You immediately get out of that. And then Bridge Guy starts to make less sense. Okay, the Abby Snapchat starts to make less sense. Lone wolf killer starts to make less sense. The actions of the community starts to make less sense. Everything starts to make less sense. The actions of law enforcement, everything starts to not make sense. And there's your answer, because things not making sense is the answer. Okay, the reason that things don't make sense is because they don't make sense in the context of the first 24 hours naivete narrative. Okay, so you're looking at this first 24 hours a naivete narrative that gray hues put together for the family, and you say, well, hey, no wonder. Okay, nothing makes sense in that context. But you start to open your mind and expand the context, expand the borders here, and you say, well, damn, no, this, if that doesn't make sense, then it has to be something different. And if it has to be something different, then what would make all of this make sense? And that's when you start to get to what Alex was hinting at last night, and what we were trying to crack the door, or crack a little peephole into, you know, that this appears to be multiple individuals covering their own asses. Now, how wide does it go? How broad is it? Well, what, that we don't know. Okay, that we don't know. But it certainly appears that it's more than just one. I mean, think about it. If it was just Richard Allen, why would all of these anomalies exist that have risen to the surface over these 7 years? How could Richard Allen be responsible for that? How could he be responsible for what's transpired since his arrest? All right, so thank you as a God thing for the $4.99 super sticker. Thank you. I have a Papa says, I knew the Abby Snapchat would not be on Libby's phone. Yeah, so did I. Why? Because I knew it was photoshopped, because I consulted two individuals who are not I have Apophis. And you would have thought that there would be some DNA. Yeah. Hey, Carla. Carla says, hey, Prav, EOA, Alex, Noe, Four Pits, for 2 great episodes and info. Yeah, and I suggest, if you're interested in the info on the channel, start with the current and go backwards. I think in the past month we've had a lot of great info, and we're going to be displaying more. Like I said, we have lots of things to cover, and just never enough time, and not at all enough money. So please support the channel. I appreciate you supporting Noe at his Cash App and in the donations, and also please support the channel. We need your support here. Okay. Surprise, Mike Patty, the bow hunter, didn't see the clothes and shoe in the creek. Yeah, how could no one see the clothes and shoe in the creek? How could no one from the Weber property, how could no one in broad daylight see those girls laying down there on that spot they were found? Because you had sunrise early in the morning. You're saying they're not found till noon. Well, if you're standing there on Kay Weber's property, you would have clearly seen, absolutely clearly, clear as all get out, you would have seen Abby and Libby laid out there on that property. So why did no one see them from Kay Weber's property if the place was crawling with searchers? How did it take, if you had daylight breaking early in the morning, how did it take 6 hours to make it down that trail to Ron Logan's property? Come on, is something not adding up here? I mean, something's not adding up. Do you see why people are screaming that something is not adding up? Yeah, so I'm trying to go back and catch these. I'm trying to go back and catch comments, but I'll stop here and I'll come back forward. But Yeah, Bobby, exactly. Exactly. But thank you, Carla, for the nice compliment. And thank you, as a God thing, for the super sticker and Crime Sleepers. And anyone who's donated to Noe's Snapchat, Noe's Cash App. So anyone who's donated to Noe and Josh for them to go get lunch, thank you. Um, yeah, this is an interesting rumor. This says Libby saw JW unalive KM when she and Kelsey were geocaching. She told corrupt LE, who arranged to meet her instead, she was met by JW Moore. Never heard that one. That's the first time hearing that one. But we are the conspiracy nut channel. So, hey, come on, pile them on like banana pancakes. Let's go. Time on the pings from Logan's phone. Anyone know? I think it was around. I think one was around the time they called off the search, 10:30. I think he was just checking his land and fences. May have stumbled onto the stage site prior to girls being found. That's my theory at this point. Is they found those girls at daybreak. Okay, my conspiracy theory, which would indicate that law enforcement is lying, naturally, was that they did find those girls. Okay, I think they found those girls at daybreak, and I think for some reason, whether it be to notify the family, whether it be to let the uh, FBI come in, whatever it was, they didn't announce it till 12. Okay, but I really do believe at this point they must have found those girls at daylight. I mean, if that phone, if they were, think about it, y'all. I mean, no one fucking uses logic in this community. Think about this. What time did those pings all come through? 4:33 a.m. Correct? Okay. And what did I call that? I called that a beacon to announce the presence of the girls so they could be found. 4:33 a.m. Well, don't you remember that AT&T was pinging that goddamn phone every 15 minutes? So don't you think within 15 minutes or at least an hour of 4:33 a.m., AT&T would have known that the pings were popping off and could have notified Carroll County or the FBI? So within 15 minutes of 4:33 or thereabouts, there should have been an absolute positive ping to that phone location because it was activated at 4:33 and all those things came through. AT&T would have known, and then every 15 minutes thereafter it would have continued to ping. So AT&T should have absolutely known that to identify, and they could have notified so that those searchers wouldn't have had to even searched at daybreak. Law enforcement could have went right to the locations of the bodies at 4:45 or 47 or whatever time, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. So did they? Did law enforcement figure this shit out? Because every 15 minutes those pings were being sent by AT&T, and boom, they start popping off at 4:33 a.m. Law enforcement goes there by 5, 6 a.m., finds the bodies, but for some fucking reason, the narrative today is, oh, it's noon. That would make more sense. You know why? Because anyone searching would have found them. How could they not find them in the broad daylight from 5 a.m. to noon? Think about that. Broad daylight. You're not going to go find them from 5 a.m. to noon. It's not that big of an area. One trail leads directly to the spot. The other vantage point at K. Weber's looks down directly on the spot. Let's get real here. How many people were out there? How many hundreds were canvassing that area? Kim Riley said the only place he could see the crime scene fully was from K. Weber's. Yeah, so you had 6 hours of daylight to stand at K. Weber's and see those bodies, or to go traverse the area. It was unseasonably warm and lit up like a football field. Yeah, every 15 minutes. So 4:33 a.m. and every 15 minutes thereafter. You don't think AT&T would have known to notify so that they could go find those bodies at least by 5 a.m., 6 a.m.? FBI also had a truck lab at the scene that day whose specific job is to map phones. They're still getting the story together. It's never made sense. Phone never lead them to the bodies. Dearest code for meth lab. If Ellie had gotten there, we wouldn't have the AM performance of the narrative. Oh yeah, spitting and pissing everywhere. Yeah, shaking the bodies, giving CPR or whatever, touching the bodies. Oh, good point. Good point, Jamie. Yeah, on the trail with no fucking foliage. Because, see, you got to understand the way it looked today is the absolute complete opposite of the way it looks in February. Yeah. Yeah, we're supposed to be idiots and swallow all the bullshit. That's the way this works. So that tells me something. The girls had signal geofencing is needed in this case for exact location identifying phones. Think the prosecution has to turn over to defense allegedly, and that's Alex and I touched on that last night. Okay, regarding the fog reveal, because if the geofencing shows these 3 phones traversing all around the area, and that has been excluded by our unhinged judge. Okay. Well, now because we have showed you that Fog Reveal or Fog Data Science was ready, absolutely willing, and able, very capable to do a thorough Fog Reveal on the Delphi murders. All law enforcement had to do was ask. And law enforcement was notified about that. Fog Reveal would show, I don't know, 10 to 100 times the amount of data points. Okay. It's a wider net. It would show you, yeah, you could establish the limit. Like, what do you want to do? You want to go a week before the crime? 2 days before the alleged crime? How many days? So why was a fog reveal not utilized if it was not? And if it was, what did it say? And is that being withheld from discovery? I mean, surely if we had it, the judge would not allow it in anyway. And as Alex mentioned, it would show prior pre-staging if that was a thing. People casing out the joint, if they did in the days before. It would show you all the searchers there, quote unquote searchers, on the night of the 13th and the early morning of the 14th, all the way till after the girls were allegedly found. So, what's really going on? What's really going on? Hey, look. I don't really have anything in this other than to know why all of this um, illogical gaslighting and narrative. That's all I want to know. Why? Why the nonsensical bullshit? someone has to be able to like account for all of it. Even Eric Williams said, "Look, I'm here to tell you those girls were not there, and I'm a country boy." So you got how many people out there? Well, the first conspicuous thing, okay, family drops them off and cousins are hanging out around the crime scene and the bridge. Okay. Second red flag, family's the first ones that show up. Call all the friends. So then it's still families and friends and cousins. Okay. Then you start to get outsiders come in. You kick them all out at dark. Okay. Then it's still family and friends and cousins and the good old boys. Phones turned off at 5:30. Girls are not there. Phones turned on at 4:30 a.m. Suddenly girls are there. But no one sees a thing until 12 noon? How many hundreds of people? Come on now. It ain't adding up. And it ain't adding up. It just ain't. No matter how many ways you slice it or look at it. And that's just one angle to look at. Like I said, then you look at the crime itself. Why on earth would Richard Allen put those sticks in that way? Like, does Richard Allen even know anything about witchcraft? Or Odinism? Like, what does Richard Allen know to make stick figures like that? No, no, it's a setup. It's a setup. There. So even if he's involved, you've got people with knowledge of that shit trying to set up those Odinists, or they're actually doing a ritual and following through with the witchcraft, Odinist, non secular, occult symbology. There's something going on here. So see, no matter which way you slice the pie, it's still no. No way Richard Allen dreams this up by himself. I mean, the dude looks like all he knows is like sports and going to work. I don't think he's educated in the occult. Sorry. But it's pretty odd, right, that Becky Patty knew about Brad Holder's fascination with making those stick figures. Let the defense present their case. Yeah, why not? Let the jury decide. The jury's supposed to be intelligent enough to decide this case, but not intelligent enough to listen to the law enforcement product, including geofencing, the click report, and people who were POIs in the early days. I tell you what he's afraid of. He's afraid that he's going to lose this, and that's why he needs the judge to make it easy for him. It's called the railroad. I don't know if your theory's wrong. I think it's a theory. It's a theory I've never heard and I've never thought of, and I don't know I have any receipts for. I've never seen a receipt for it. So to me, it's your theory. If you got receipts, produce them. I'll gladly look at them. Yeah, Richard Allen didn't just snap and decide to throw in a ritual real quick. No, Beer and sitting around his garage, grilling a steak, minding his own. Yeah, maybe he's in a CSAM. We don't know that. Is he? You would assume. I mean, they did take all of his devices. You're telling me they didn't find anything to connect him to these victims whatsoever? No catfishing, no Dropbox, no Anthony Shots, no CSAM, no messaging Libby, Abby. Come on. No connection to Derek German. I mean, come on, where's the connection? Where the Odin is subcontracted to move the bodies. Oh, is that what happened? So we got a dead girl at the shack, and we're going to kill Libby. So hey, let's move this body, and we're going to kill the other one. I don't know. Um, so I mean, I don't get it. It's like no matter how many ways you look at it, it don't add up. Which means there's another story. There's another story. And why no mention of the shack? Why no mention of the cabin, of the hut, of the shed, whatever you want to call it? So what's the rumor that's been persistent for 7 years of an additional location? The shack, the cabin, the hut, the shed, the barn. Huh? You got an answer for that? It's not just coming from Doug Carter. You see, people want to gaslight. Oh, well, Doug Carter, no, he was talking about a movie for other reasons. There are different purposes. No, no, no. See, we're talking about family members. Okay, we're talking about family members who said the girls are found dead in a cabin. Not just one. Isn't it odd that the family members didn't want any mention of the shack? Oh, yes. Julie's told that story. And why no mention of meth? What is it about meth and the shack? Or Cody or Derek? I mean, okay, so who told these family members to say the girls were found dead in a shack or a cabin? Who told Josh or John Weaver or whatever fucking Weaver? Who told Mr. Weaver that the girls were found in the water? Are we talking about Josh Weaver or John Weaver? You see how I mean? There's two of everybody. There's two of everything. Is there a reason for that? Yeah, but was it Josh Weaver or John Weaver? What if the person on the other end misheard when he said his name? Maybe he said Josh Weaver. Because then we have Tina Rodell mentioning a Josh Weaver. Kind of adds up. Or was it John Weaver? Because John Weaver worked at Subaru with some of these other dickheads. So that's what I mean. That there's so much. There's so much that you are not supposed to ask about or think about. You're just supposed to accept The naivete of the first 24 hours. Oh, they're found at noon, and I guess bridge guy just walked them across the creek and just killed him right there. Must be Ron Logan. No mention of the phone being planted. Obviously, like the phone is under a shoe to protect it from weather, under a body. Capturing a supposed image of the killer, and it's left there intentionally, protected from the elements. But you're not supposed to ask about that. You're supposed to believe that those sticks just fell on the girls or were used to cover the body haphazardly. Really? Have you seen the photos of the sticks? You're supposed to believe that Libby just grabbed the tree and it made that symbol in blood. You're really supposed to believe that. Just like you were supposed to believe that Snapchat came from her phone that for years people have been screaming is photoshopped. Oh, but it's not on the phone. But you're supposed to believe it was anyway. Just like you're supposed to believe all the other stuff. Yeah, and on top of that, nobody heard a thing the entire time. The entire time. The entire time. Okay, from 2:13 until 12:13 the next day. So nobody heard a damn thing except the horror scream at 2:13 a.m. Are you fucking kidding me? They picked the perfect mouthpiece because if they had made all the mistakes, there would be, oh no, she's young, traumatized. That's why we can't question the story, even though it's changed many, many times. So, I don't know, y'all. Some food for thought. Okay. Some food for thought. Um, Again, I apologize that logistics did not work out the way we wished them to, which was to give you an amazing journey from Jack Gish's to Riley Park. Uh, However, I'm sure you were treated by the amazing little endeavor of Josh and Noe today. So again, I want to thank them, and I'd like to ask you if you're just here, just getting here, if you've been lurking, please join the chat and say hello. But even if you're on the replay, uh, support the channel, donate to the channel, hit the support pathways you see on the About Me section of the YouTube channel. There's support pathways that I have you can find on the About Me section, and I've pinned Noe's Cash App if you want to donate for a hamburger and some gas for Noe and Josh. Support the channel, hit the like, support the other YouTube channels covering the case. If you're interested in some of the work we've been doing, I would highly recommend you start with the most current live streams and start going backwards. In the past month or two, we've done a lot of informative streams. There will be more to come. If you're on the replay, you can also hit the like, join the comment section. Please continue the discussion. I know the chat's been amazing, so please continue the amazing discussion in the comment section. And like I said, financially support the channel. We're going through some difficulties here in the prof world. I've had some unforeseen major expenses, and so I could use the extra help. We're doing great work here and spending many, many hours every day to prepare this material for you and to investigate, to be able to bring you more. And you know that we are highly focused on receipts here and discussions with locals so that we can bring you the best information possible. I am a true believer in showing you all the information that exists and letting you take a look and evaluate for yourself. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm giving you my opinion. But unlike the other channels, I'm not giving you my opinion with a lack of information. I'm giving you an abundance of information uh, and adding my own take on it. But at least at the end of the day, you come away from it with a lot of information that you may not have had, especially in regards to receipts, which I think are important. And there will be many more forthcoming because we've got thousands more that we haven't even brought to the surface yet because it's just an overwhelming task. And like I said, it's taking many, many hours. The more you support the channel, the more I can focus on it because, like I said, we've got a lot of unforeseen expenses as of late. And I can't dedicate the amount of time that I would love to dedicate, which would be 8 hours a day, every day. But I can't do that because I'm having to take care of other things. But if we ever get to the point where this channel can sustain the 8 hour workday, I will be working much more harder. And I'd love to actually do some more traveling for the case. I was telling a wonderful local earlier yesterday that I spent thousands of dollars, spent $8,000 to travel to Delphi and do my little investigation a year ago. And that really paid off for you guys because not only did I took amazing drone footage and photography, and I've shared that with you guys for the most part. There's a lot of photography I haven't, but the best photography I shared with you and the best drone footage I shared with you. And the most important thing about that trip was that I got to walk the entire scene, okay, from Wilson Bridge, all around Wilson Bridge, all the way to High Bridge, and all around High Bridge and the crime scene. I got to walk it, okay? And there's something about putting yourself there that goes beyond, okay, because it uses your entire human capacity. And by spending the money and taking the time to go investigate and experience myself, I came away with a lot more insight than just being some keyboard warrior investigating the Delphi murders on the computer screen could ever do. And so that's why I came away with a lot more conviction that there's absolutely no way this happened the way that they want you to believe. Because you got to understand, when you're out there on the high bridge, it's broad daylight. The trails, it's broad daylight. 3 o'clock, it's broad daylight. 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, it's broad daylight, wide open. There are other people out there. You're not going to kidnap some girls because at any moment, anyone could come around that corner. It's broad daylight. Then you realize that it's just the most obvious place that you would go would be directly to Ron Logan's in the crime scene. Because if you go on the high bridge, all you have to do when you're approaching the high bridge, there's only one other possible place to go, and that's that other side trail. Oh, you take the other side trail, boom, you end up right where those girls were found. Okay, you go to Wilson Bridge. You understand that at Wilson Bridge, it'd be a perfect place to hide. You understand that that culvert would be a perfect place to hide. You understand that you can drive a vehicle easily down into that Mears field and easily over to Wilson Bridge. So it makes all the sense in the world that all the distance between High Bridge and Wilson Bridge, there's so much that could have been done. Okay, there's lots of vantage points. So, yeah, please support the channel so that we can do more to add our own contributions to this case. And leave a comment if you're on the replay, because that is really amazing as the days continue. And if you missed any of the recent streams, I implore you to go check them out, because you will see that that we've been covering a lot of ground and sharing our information with you. So let me say hello to those. I know I haven't looked at the screen in a while. I've been going on a monologue, but I just wanted to get all that out. And And let me see what's up in here, and then we're going to say goodnight. So let's see. We got, oh, let's see where I was. I said the FBI truck had phone tracking equipment, so they know. I don't know. If one was stabbed, there would be moaning and groaning, and the report has no mention of stab wounds. They're stabbed in the side of the neck after or before their. I believe it's after their throats are slashed. So the throat slashing, I believe, was the death blows, and or were the death blows, and then there were stabs to the side of the neck for obvious reasons. Look forward to part 2 from Josh and Noe. Me too. God bless those guys. I'm upset that they lost the stream, but they're so excited about it. They said, Prof, we're just going to film now. RA may have been lookout and was involved. Call RA as first witness. There you go. That's what I say. Hey, I'm not over here proclaiming one way or the other, because how would I know if he's innocent or guilty? Do not know. What I do know is everything I just said to you. There's got to be more. I don't know what it is, but I know what it ain't. Mobile unit. Woman, they may have been reasoning, choosing their mouthpiece, but the outcome of the choice has been the opposite. No amount of shaming helps that. Okay, here you go. Amy put the Cash App. Thank you, Amy. That's the Cash App. That's the Buy Me a Coffee. Mike, you don't have to testify in your own case. That's the, what is that? Prop Pixels. That's some photography. And that's the merch thing, which I barely make anything off of that stuff, but it's there for you. To protect the Dropbox, gotcha. Woman, I am probably misusing the word stabbed. I mean the first wound or blunt force trauma. Yeah, I believe, truly my conspiracy theory is that Abby was injured first before she's killed. She's injured first, killed second. That's my opinion. And I think that happened over by Wilson Bridge. Or at the shack. Think they were drugged, says woman. Call him on the stand. Okay, Heather, thank you. Round of applause for Heather Brown. Thank you, Heather Brown. Good stuff, very informative. Thank you. It states the burden to prove he was there. It's the state's burden to prove he was there. Yes. Great live, Gina. Go back and catch the entirety. Yeah, catch the Noe and Four Pits canoe trip. Kathy became a YouTube member. Thank you, Kathy S. Thank you so much, Kathy. Welcome to the membership. There's some videos you can go see on the members only. There's a great one on the Wabash River search that I recently made. I suggest everyone who's a member that's able to go see the members only videos, go see the video on the members only channel. Okay, and the name of that video, let's see, what did I title it? It's called Tony Klein and the Wayne Street Bridge. Tony Klein and the Wayne Street Bridge. I highly recommend. That's essential viewing for you die-hard Delphi viewers. Okay. Richard Allen is innocent until proven guilty. Well, that's factual. It's not the defense's job to prove a prosecutor's job. Oh, to prove. A prosecutor's job isn't to make a conviction and add any name to prison roster. It's just to see just. I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's not. The job ain't to put someone in jail for the Delphi murders, Nick. The job is to put the right people in jail. If he wasn't involved, he has been through enough and the family has not been properly vetted. Yeah, well, the family's phones, you know what's essential? All of the family's phones should have been extracted and tracked with GPS and fog reveal. I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, it's like, how do you verify, how do you establish a timeline without any digital forensics? You're expecting the jury to believe a timeline that you can't prove? Thank you so much. It's a new day, $5 super sticker. Round of applause, it's a new day. Thank you, that's encouraging. You guys, I really need the help this month. Normally I don't ask, but let's see. Notice the defense responses when torture or fear of girls experienced is mentioned. Someone is defensive about that. Maybe someone with knowledge they were drugged. This case needs help to move along. Yeah, and hey, look, this case may be pushed back a little further, but don't worry about it because we are in the pressure cooker right now. We're at the precipice. It's the boiling point. What's going to happen is we will go to trial. More will come out. And that more will be helpful for justice for Abby and Libby, okay? And then after, I'm sure more will continue to come out. I think a lot of people who have been silent up until now will start singing like canaries when this case against Richard Allen is over. Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much, Amy. They could hide people in a silage trench. Yes, true. And I've always thought about that because there are two spots. You know, where the girls was found was sort of a depression. There's another trench not far from there. And there's another trench that's coming from the gravel pit over to the northeast. Thank you so much, Amy. It's a New Day says, watch and rewatch. How many corpses couldn't be refrigerated and where were they staged? I think they were placed in the water. Okay, my conspiracy theory is they're placed in the water for some time and it's freezing water. It was supposed to be a 3-hour tour, but Noe's battery is not up to task. So Noe, tisk, tisk, tisk. I thought your battery was going to make it. But round of applause for Noe for really trying. Even though he's a terrible cameraman, he tried. And Josh, I tell you what, I'll ask Josh to come on the show because I know Josh wanted to do some talking. So maybe I'll ask Josh to come on the show and do some talking. That way we can hear him really clear and we can focus on talking and not paddling and portaging. Seems the girls either knew or trusted whoever took in the beginning. Possibly. I mean, I believe there was an abduction as part, at some point. Hi, Prof. Your live videos have been fab lately. Thank you. Thanks for your courage and sticking to this for justice for Libby and Abby. Thank you so much. Amen, Prof. Okay, thank you so much. Anna said all of her stuff was gone through. Why couldn't both families be? Yeah, who are we protecting here? Autopsy would indicate drugs unless deleted. Yeah, pregnancy as well. But listen, that's the thing. Because don't you understand that medical examiners can hide and collude with law enforcement to protect, hide, obscure, and lie? So, were drug screens done? Were sexual rape kits done? Were pregnancy tests done? What were done to these bodies to give us the entire story? If they were done, were they hidden? If they were not done, was it intentional? Okay. Were the autopsy reports falsified later? We don't know. Thank you, Mama Gritty, for $20 super sticker. Thank you so much. So you guys are coming through for Prof. I really appreciate you. I need to find a way to do this full time and to work full time. It's absolutely impossible task. This is so all encompassing. How do you do this full time and work full time? It's nearly impossible. There are not enough hours in the day. But thank you so much, Mama Gritty, for the support. Let's see. Kelsey proclaimed talking to Anthony Schatz. Her phone should have been mapped for that fact alone. Yes. Or having all the Libby social media logins, and Libby social media was involved in what was it, Yubo, Anthony Schatz? I mean, come on, y'all. Something is not making sense. How does the Snapchat get there and it's not on her phone? Thank you so much, Momo Gritty, again. Yeah, that Noe was Gilligan in this endeavor. It was supposed to be the 3-hour tour. Oh, gosh. Was it fun, though? It was supposed to be fun, so I hope you guys had fun. And maybe we'll do it again one day. Is there also a gulch to the west of under the bridge near the trestles underneath? On the south side, yes. It's called, I can't remember the name of it, but it's Frenchie is a big believer in that particular gulch. I am not. But me and Frenchie, we disagree on several things, but we agree on more than we disagree with. Okay, Frenchie 6290 I'm talking about. All right. Amelia Monera and his wife and a movie star. Yeah. The Skipper and Gilligan and Marianne. Okay. I have a hypothesis. Do you think Kelsey lied about knowing Anthony's shots in the beginning because Ellie asked her to keep quiet? Well, we don't know motive, do we? We don't know motive. Okay, the professor and Marianne, I see you. Thanks for being so aggressive in this case. Hey, it's not aggressive. It's I have what's the word I'm looking for? Um, oh gosh, I can't find the word. I'm at a loss for words all of a sudden. Sorry. It's not aggressive. It's that I feel compelled to share the amazing information I've discovered along the way with everyone because I remember years ago, before finding all of this information, I remember how desperate I was for more information. And the more information I discovered, the more my mind was blown. So it's my objective at this point to share all of that information that I found that I was dying for. So all that information I was dying for years ago, well, I now have found so much that I want to share it with everyone. So I feel compelled to push it all out, and it's just extremely difficult. There's not enough hours in the day, but uh, but that is where my energy is coming from. I'm very compelled to push forward all of these receipts, all of these coincidences, incongruences, and all this other shit. I feel compelled. So it's an aggressive approach to sharing all of this with you ASAP. And the problem is, Momo Gritty, is there's so much of it that, like I said, there's thousands more things that I need to get the ball rolling on, but that there's not enough hours in the day, and it's impossible to commit them as much time to it as is needed. But I certainly appreciate that. Okay, with all the manipulation from the beginning of the case, the girl should be interned for a private autopsy and all. Yeah, should they be exhumed? Mama. Okay, I guess aggressive was wrong word. You have drive. You know what I mean? Yes. I see. I'm at a loss for the world. I'm at a loss for the word that I think you meant, but I'm tired at this point. Good question, Lily. Passionate? No, 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 no. It's a word. It's a word I can't find. It starts with an I. It was at the tip of my tongue, and my mind raced ahead, and there you go. But no, I feel very compelled to get all of this information out um, before the trial, and I don't think it's possible. I don't think it. I really don't think it is. I wish that I'd have like, if I could have a few months' salary to carry us through the trial and commit myself 100,000% to this alone, that would be amazing. Uh, because you imagine how much the attorneys are making just in a day on all sides of this. Uh, and it's just that for us independents out here, we're not being paid like attorneys. We're not even being paid like minimum wage workers. So it's just impossible to dedicate the amount of time it takes. But um, I am going to continue to try in the next couple months to dedicate as much time as I possibly can to pouring out this information. Um, because, like I said, there's a lot more, and I got to get time to, whether I post it on a community page, do my lives, whatever it is. I got to have the time to sit here and actually produce the content and push it out. Um, but at a bare minimum is what I'm doing now, which is at least a couple lives a week, and at least a couple posts a week, and just more important than anything, communicating with my local sources and my partners behind the scenes. That's the absolute number one thing that I do, is communicate with my people. So I spend the most time doing that, and the second tier is sitting down behind the computer trying to push out as much as I can. So we're still working on this case. Who has the skills to manipulate images in this manner? This question always haunts me. I don't know. Someone with skills. There you go, Phoenix. I think that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Intensity. I meant to say intensity. Okay, intensity. Thank you, Phoenix. My brain scrambled, but that's the one I was going for. So Lily, that's the word I think. The more challenged, the more motivated. Okay, incredible dude. Francis Gull, Cody Gull, that has a degree in international politics, homeland security, and was an Army sergeant. I wonder if he worked under Aquino. Trust me. Oh, you trust the medical examiner, but he was at significant disadvantage when he finally received the bodies. Well, that too. Yeah, boom. Boom, you get the crown. You found it. It was intense. I meant to say that, it's not aggression, it's intensity. Because you got to understand how compelled I am with I'm sitting on all this stuff that's highly concerning to me, and there's not enough hours in the day to organize it, push it out. And so it is what it is, but thank you, Mama Gritty. That's what. Let's go back to your comment and rephrase it. Let's see. Where is it? Let me go rephrase it with the correct terminology. I'm giving her hell. So let's see. It says, "You're welcome, and thank you for being so aggressive in this case." And I was going to say, it's not aggressive, it's intensity. It's intense. Okay, so yeah. Thank you, Phoenix, for coming through. Integrative, intuitive. Well, there's that as well. But see, that's where Alex is as well. And I think that's where Alex and I kind of land on the same page, is that it's the integrative intuitiveness that we both find ourselves backed into the same corner. Oh, Leo, Mr. Alexander Voorhees and I. That's where we end up. And so here we are. And we're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. So, yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out today. I know it's an early morning live. I'm so glad that Noe and Josh are over on Deer Creek. I look forward to seeing the results of the second half of their trip. And as soon as they get it over to me, I will post it here on the channel as a video. So that'll be nice too. And you know what I'll do? I will go live as a premiere with it, so that when it posts, it will post with a live chat. So just make sure you have notifications on the channel, and you hit that little bell and set to all. And as soon as they get me that video, I'll premiere it as a live stream, so that the live chat will open up, and I'll see you then, whether it's tonight or tomorrow. As soon as they get that to me, we will gladly show you the rest of that trip. And I bet you it's even going to be better, because guess what? The visual quality will be better, because it's not a live stream. It'll be a recording, so it'll be in HD. So it's going to look better. Hopefully it'll sound better. And maybe they will also be able to join us in the chat. So it may be the good Lord working this out for the better, that part 2 will be a home run, in that we'll all be able to join the live chat, and they'll have higher quality HD footage, higher quality. So boom, that's what we're looking at. So God bless you all. Thank you, Heather Brown. Thank you, Amy. Says, we appreciate you as well, Momo and Gritty. They must stop feasting on the blood of the innocents. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this shit has to fucking stop, and that's what Alex and I are saying. Okay, look, I don't care what any of you out there think. Okay, because there's been lies told. My son was predated upon by pedophiles. Why the fuck do you think that I care about it? Okay, end of story. Great live, Prof. Also love the tour of Deer Creek. Check your email. Sent you a line or two. Thank you, G Ray. We'll see who you are and see what you have to say. But no, like I'm saying, you go ahead and you look at some of the former live streams in the past week or month or two. There's a lot of info there, and actually, it's been a battle for a year and a half. Okay, so all of the content I'm pretty proud of on this channel, except for Alex. Alex threatening the shit out of out of Louise and her husband last night. Not that proud of that, but hey, I'm not responsible for Alex's frustration, and Alex is not responsible for mine, because I'm about done with the Troll Farm, Tommy Frost, Jinx 13, Mark Robert Cohen, and all of those who've been threatening to kill me and going after my kids, and even my kid who was a victim of pedophiles on the internet. And you will be finding out about that later, and you motherfuckers are gonna burn, okay? And there's a case with law enforcement now, so you get ready. So on that note, God bless you all. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Heather Brown, Mar R, Sandy D, Lisa. Thank you, Radar Woman, for doing. Mama Gritty, Dennis McKean, G Ray, Amy, of course, my number one mod. Just everyone give some love to Amy. Give some love to Phoenix for being here. Phoenix is trying his hardest trying his best to walk these YouTube streets and be fair to all. So give the Phoenix the thanks, and Jamie, commentator Root, Lily Shaw, I have Apophis, Fair Maiden Wins comes around from time to time. Kayla's always been here, and thank you so much, Kayla, for always being by my side here. Ding Dong comes in and out. Granny D comes in and out. It's a New Day, a wonderful YouTuber in her own right. Mike Cunningham, been around since day one. Okay, thank you, Mike Cunningham. Kathy S, always hanging around. Thank you, Kathy. Linda K. Johnson from across the ocean. Thank you so much, Linda K. Who else is up in here at the moment? We got well, a bunch of others. Okay, a bunch of others. So I'm not going back that far to try to catch everybody. Bobby Smith was here earlier. I know that much. And so was, as you know, Noe and Josh. So give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, Dennis McKean. There he is. Thanks for popping in, Guinness. Yeah, thank you for popping in, Dennis McKean. So, yep. Jack Gish is who you're talking about. Yeah, they left from Jack Gish's. But thanks, everyone around. Okay, thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, and I'm going to get out of here. I'll leave the chat open for 5 minutes for you to say goodnight. But God bless you all. Truth will set you free. Go enjoy the rest of your Saturday. It's my day off. What the hell am I doing? Good night, y'all.